me to it.
Got it. Oh my god, the spam.
Giveaway.
Well, there you go. There is a giveaway in that. So it's a 1,200 follower giveaway. When the Twitch channel reaches 1,200 followers, you can get some swag. Got the Dark Matter physical copy of Dark Matter from Mage Hand Press. Some great merch from So Nerdware. Copy of Descent to Avernus. And some dice from Dice Envy. So be sure that you're entering that giveaway. Push it on your friends for them to like and retweet, and follow the Twitch channel here. Also, when we get 50 subs, gifted subs, or resubs, we will run you an Age of Space Potato one shot. So we'll all be playing Dralocite, Amoeboid type creatures, and it will be hilarity, as all our one shots are. So we're pretty much halfway there. So get those subs going, and we'll run that for you. Those were my announcements for the channel. We can now kick it over to the players. Go ahead, players.
I'm gonna start Rob and go around again.
Yeah, works for me.
Right.
Rob, at Pyromancer804 on Twitter. I mainly just retweet people and post and stuff from our channel. I will be playing Sovellias Anastasia tonight. Elven, Blade Singer, Wizard. And yeah, we have podcasts down below. I'm hoping to have lots and lots of time to do and catch up to our current episodes next week after all of our current moving stuff stops being crazy. And yeah, so check that out down below. And that's all I got.
Next.
Reliable.
Oh, it's me. Hello. I'm Eli. Excuse me. You can find me at _reliable1 on Twitter and Instagram, where I'm talking about quarantine life and working from home for the first time ever. Tonight, I'll be playing Mirlin, a Asmar cleric, and I'm just super excited to introduce him to you guys.
Hello, that means it's me. I'm Alexis. You can find me at FoxFanato on Twitters and here where I live and breathe and do all the graphics and a lot of other stuff. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Gilly O'Shea this evening. She uses she, her pronouns and is a little halfling baby archfey bard warlock.
Cool.
Hit me.
That's my turn. Hi, I'm Chase. You can find me on Twitter at Chase314S. I'm also very active on all of our socials where I post dank memes every single day. We, as Matt mentioned a little bit earlier, have merchandise over at So Nerdware. So if you follow the link that I'm sure is going to be posted in chat just here in a second, there you go. You can find our sweet stuff like that tank top that Matthew was wearing and that Alexis designed. We also are affiliated with Dice Envy, so if you need any new dice, follow the link down below and buy some Click Clack Math Rocks. And I do want to say before I hand it off, oh, and by the way, I'm playing Justice tonight. They use they, them pronouns. It's a Warforged monk/rogue. I will say that a subscription to our channel or a follow makes a great gift, especially when you're staying at home. So, if you have a loved one and they have a birthday coming up, be like, you know what? I subscribed you to Ghost in the Machine. You're welcome. Actually, I subscribed to Dice Priority. You're welcome. And now you get to watch a Space Potato one-shot because of it. So, I mean, come on. That's me.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Hundreds of hours
month
of
after month after month.
Yeah. Liz.
Okay. My name is Liz. You can find me at No One You Know Backwards here on this lovely overlay. I'm playing a human druid tonight named Selena. Both Selena and myself use she, her pronouns. You can also help us support another business that we're partnered with. It's actually a nonprofit 501c3 named Animal Helper out of New Orleans. And it just came up on the overlay so you can see our cute little box. And especially right now, they're looking for fosters. They're looking for help as much as they can with these special needs animals that they take in and adopt out across the country. So go find a way to help them. It's all over their Facebook. really amazing, and every penny that you donate goes straight towards these animals. That's all I got.
Awesome. I did not realize I was not muted that whole time. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and roll the credits, and then we'll do the recap.
And there's special brand new credits.
New credits coming right up.
Ooh.
We're back.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was a great new intro. Thank you. Oh, I can definitely hear myself. Okay, I'm good. Thank you, Alexis, for putting that together. Okay, so when we last left the Prism, folks, I'll just go ahead and run this one in. When we last left the Prism, they had just teleported in after a great victory in Mercinia. They teleported into the city of Foggy Bottom to investigate the whereabouts of a mysterious political criminal figure known as the Colonel, who would seem to have his hands in a lot of pots, whose name had come up many occasions throughout the Ghost of the Machine during the Gallant's murder of Justice and Gallant's subsequent death. During the restoration of the Moonapple Seed and the kind of reclamation of the Moonapple Seed and Moonapple wine in general, that whole story there, and who had just kind of been haunting the Prism all throughout the story, much like other characters of ages past. And so they traveled to Foggy Bottom to discern the whereabouts of this figure. And along the way, met an old friend, Exemeter Thomas, former Exemeter Thomas, now brother Thomas, of the Exiled Light, heading a small little religious revival in Foggy Bottom, who swears to be a changed man, and I think the Prism believes him on that front. So the atoned brother Thomas took them to the villa or plantation of the Colonel, where the Colonel greeted them warmly and talked with them and told them his story, his upbringing through the streets of Foggy Bottom during the war and the College of Whispers. And the Colonel admitted to doing some very terrible things, but also said that he was a changed man. And I don't know where the Prism stands on that, but he certainly seemed sincere. And all along the while, an ancient green dragon has been kind of sent some of her minions towards the Prism, and they had to escape from that during an encounter at the lagoon prior to traveling to the Colonel's villa. So we pick back up with you all having attended a party, and I think a couple of you are still at the party. But
We sure are.
you tell me, Prism, what are you all gonna do to finish this night off?
Well, Sovellias was still at the party. I know he was tying one off. And
A couple
Gilly,
off.
yeah, Gilly was going to make sure that he got back to his room safely because he probably doesn't know where it is. And Gilly doesn't like to turn down a party.
Justice is trying to find Sovellias and get them into a situation where he can surreptitiously communicate what he discovered about the Colonel when they met. But he is not Justice right now. He's actually Dolores.
That sure is true.
Okay.
My Warforged puts on disguises, Merlin, just to let you know. Merlin.
Good to know.
Okay, so you two can find Sovellias relatively well enough. He's not trying to stay hidden. In fact, he's made a bit of a scene, and as per his role last session, so he's made a bit of an embarrassment of himself. He's still a bit of a drunk, which is kind of true. And he is back at the party. Meanwhile, Celine, I believe you're at the mansion, getting some rest after doing some things. Yeah.
I certainly am, since I'm the only one who needs to sleep.
Yep. Okay, so you're able to fall asleep, but we'll see if you can finish that rest. So while you're, so last time you all asked. Well, here's what we'll do. You all are able to find Sovellias. Justice, you find Sovellias as your form, Dolores. Gilly, you're able to find Sovellias as well. You can see he's just made a bit of a stink at the party. He's embarrassed himself a little bit.
Yeah, I've had better luck. Yeah.
Sovellias, would you like a little
More to drink? Of course. It's...
I was going to say a little fog cleared from your mind, but
I mean, it's foggy bottom, but it's not that foggy right now.
Well, whoo, yeah, I can smell that on your breath from down here.
Yep.
I believe that the vapors are heavier than air.
Yeah,
So that would make sense.
Quite a bit of vapors around here.
Sovellias, we have something.
Dolores, your voice sure changed.
Shit! I forgot. I'm looking at my background photo, admiring myself, and I'm just like,
absolutely incredible.
The best spy.
I'm so good. Maybe that's why I'm more of an assassin than a spy. I just can't seem to get it right.
Please kill me.
Sovellias,
I
think we have something important to tell you.
Sorry.
All right. What's going on?
You know what, Dolores? I think once we put him to bed, I'll help him. Get him a little something to clear this all up, so he understands what you're saying a bit more. Because I don't think it's gonna stick.
Well, that's fine by me.
I mean, it's
maybe we should walk them back.
How late is it? I mean, this party's still going. What we gotta leave for?
Oh, we're actually gonna stay here, and whenever you're ready to go to bed, I'll show you where your room is.
Oh, it's perfect.
But and I hand him I don't know, like some pretzels or something, some food, something that's really starchy.
Just
here.
An egg in the strain time. Stork ankles.
Thought you might want something to munch on.
And I'll get you another drink, and I'm gonna go get him a virgin something or rather, like his favorite drink, but in a virgin.
Virgin mint julep. Good luck.
Virgin mint julep. There we go.
As Dolores brings that back, I'm going to press the digitation it so it tastes real.
Perfection.
Wow. So as you're trying to get Sovellias, steadied on there, you had inquired earlier about the different, more interesting figures at the party, and now that the crowd is cleared out, you can see there are two interesting figures that catch your eye. As is Gashari custom, people are allowed to bring their weapons, their armaments to the party. It's considered insulting if you're a dangerous person to not bring a weapon to the party because it's seen as an act of deception. And in a world ruled by sorcerers and magicians, there's no pretense of safety just because you're not wearing armaments. So it is considered a kind of thing where you dress to the nines, but you also dress for war when you go to a proper Gashari party. So you do see these two figures, and Merlin, if you want to describe you and the man that you brought to the party, your husband.
Yes. So Merlin is a rather tall individual with very short, like buzz cut black hair, and sort of rugged features, which is very stark contrast to his husband, Jim, who shorter elven man, very while Merlin is dressed in like straight armor. I forget what armor I'm wearing. Oh my gosh. Merlin's dressed in some very nice chainmail and with a hammer at his side. His husband is in the finest of robes and honestly just keeps giving Merlin a look of like, I can't believe you, like, we're contrasting so much, but at the same time, Merlin's just sort of taking in the scene, and they're arm in arm, talking to different people, and yeah, just taking in the party.
Your husband Jim, whose full name is, of course, because he's an elf, his full name is Jimbo George.
Yes.
He says to you, do you see who's making a fool of himself?
Yes. Should we probably avoid that area? I think.
Yeah, I mean, did you know that he used to be the prince of princes of my people before our kingdoms were taken? Well, yes, he was. That's Sovellias Amastasia.
Gosh. Do you know him? Know him? Or does he know you, I guess is the question.
No. He keeps to himself. He travels with the Prism, as they call themselves. And, well, no, I've never spoken to him. This is the first time he's been home in over a decade, I think.
Well, hopefully not to stir up any more trouble than we already have.
No. I bet you they learn what you can do. They're probably going to try to conscript you into their war effort.
Well, I'm on vacation from what I do, so they're going to have to be very persuasive.
Did you have to bring that hammer? Kind of gives everything away, don't you think?
You know it does, but I don't leave anywhere without it. You know that. You never know who's going to attack when.
Well, let's just try to be nonchalant. Maybe they won't notice. And he kind of steps in front of you, even though you're taller than him. And he like holds up his drink and like turns his back to Sovellias in the Prism. He just kind of stands awkwardly with the robe.
I look and I smirk and I kiss him on the top of his head and go back to whatever we were doing.
It takes Sovellias anywhere, I swear.
Sure can't.
You can't. No.
So Prism, those are the two figures that you see at the party that are interesting. Merlin's craftsman, like you can tell that the hammer that he, actually everything that he wears, I think, Eli, if you can back me up on this or not, it is incredibly finely crafted, artifact tier level crafts. The kind of craftsmanship that you've only seen in the likes of the Blade of the Vizier and the Zip-Zap Dagger.
Justice always kind of looking out for threats and threat assessments, but Dolores will be like, Sovellias, do you know who that is?
Who is? What?
No, right. Be discreet.
Where?
It's on
New
my...
France?
No.
Oh no!
Them, and I'm just like pointing like over.
But Jim says to you, Merlin, he's like, are they noticing? Are they pointing at us?
He's very much pointing at us. Maybe we should walk over and say hello.
I'm like trying to. I'm real small, so I can't do it. But I'm trying to like pull his arm down so he's not pointing at people. Like Sovellias, that's rude. You can't point at people like
Of
that.
course I can. I'm the Prince of the Army. I can do whatever I want.
Welcome to Rob in real life.
Wow, outed.
Wow.
Exposed.
Where's the lie, though?
Exposed by your wife.
Yep. You sure
Thanks,
were.
better.
Thanks.
Perhaps we should go introduce ourselves. You know, to
Yeah,
Not
of
create a scene.
course. I mean, what's the fun without a scene?
Sovellias.
What?
And I just.
Are we whispering now?
Real quick. I don't know if this will work for him in his state, but I just cast a message to him and I say, "Would you like me to lesser restoration you and fix this up a bit?"
And I
You're
respond
a bit. You're making a bit of a scene in
out
the right
loud,
mind.
not in message.
Yep.
No, I'm good, Gilly. I don't need a restoration.
I figured that's how that was gonna go.
Well, stroll on over there.
just pushing past Dolores and Gilly.
Misty stepping.
Not wrong. I would Misty step. I'm just gonna
Oh,
Misty
God.
step over there.
So Sovellias Amastasia, son of Prince of the once Prince of the Armor, teleports over to you and your husband Merlin. Sovellias is
Pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
This is a nice party and good to meet new people. I haven't been back here in a while.
Yes, my husband was just saying that.
Yeah. It's a mighty nice gear you got and looking really nice.
Sovellias, I can't keep up with you when you do that. Hi!
I mean, maybe you should learn Mist a step.
Hello.
You know, I've been busy keeping the rest of you alive. I'll get to Misty Step one of these days. Hi,
Perfect.
haven't been introduced yet. Gilly, O'Shea, and you are?
Mirlin. Very nice to meet you, and this is my husband, Jim.
Very nice to meet you both. I'm just like reaching my arm way up because I'm like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, Jimbo does a nice little greeting, but he kind of shifts his body away and more towards Merlin. He's kind of looking around like like clearly uncomfortable.
I just like intertwine my other hand with his that I'm not like shaking or whatever, and sort of give a reassuring squeeze.
And I'm Dolores. Nice to meet you. And give a little curtsy. Blonde hair, blue eye. Looks like Dolores from Westworld.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Dolores.
Well, we couldn't help but notice you look. You are probably the finest dressed in the party.
Your armor is like really impressive.
Look at that, Jim. I'm the finest dressed in the party.
Clearly a level above everyone else here, and I say that pretty loudly.
Jimbo says
what?
he says clearly a level above everyone else.
Okay.
Jimbo says, "Okay, here we go," and he just he huffs.
Just remember that when next time we're getting dressed and you're telling me what I shouldn't wear. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Oh, and Jimbo, you look very nice too.
Don't patronize me, please.
That was sincere.
Dolores is always sincere, never told a lie in her life.
They call me truthful Dolores.
We know, and then Jimbo will say, "Listen, we know why you're over here, so just get to the point."
We're meeting new friends? I don't know, we're over here for anything else?
You probably you've probably heard of my husband here and all that he can do.
Really? I have not, actually. If you could Please tell. It sounds like a wonderful story.
Jimbo just kind of looks over to you, Merlin.
All right, we're getting right into it, I guess. Yeah, I'm a sailor. I've been sailing for a hot minute and here on holiday with my husband because I don't get to spend a lot of time with him. But as you can probably tell from my I can hold my own. I'll put it that way.
It's good to meet someone that can do that. Do you live here, Fogger Bottom? Is this your home? Just visiting for a party?
I do live here when I am not away.
Nice. I have quite the mansion here myself.
Oh, do you?
Well, yes,
That's
quite.
It's a very impressive estate. This is my first time in Foggy Bottom. I'm quite taken with it. The local color and flavor is so great. I highly recommend, and I'll lean in like conspiratorially, be like, I highly recommend you get the possum spine and an extra bowl of the mosquitoes if you visit the restaurant in town.
And put some gravy on that cellar door.
You gotta have the gravy.
Jim just like looks at Merlin. Well, it is getting late.
It really is. Yes.
Wow. Well, we're gonna be at service tomorrow morning at Brother Thomas's church. Hope to see you there.
What do you
Perfect,
think
yeah.
of Brother Thomas?
He's a lot. He's a prince. He's wonderful.
I like how we're not getting the hint or the message and just an extended
Gilly,
conversation.
wisdom, 4.
Ignoring the body language, the obvious body language.
Well, here we are.
This is great.
I'm super not there.
Sure are.
Sure
God.
are.
Good.
Go ahead.
Okay. You go ahead.
Can I get freshen up either of your drinks or something?
Well, no, as I said, it's getting late and we gotta go. And he sets down his drink, and we'll be at church tomorrow, and we hope to see you there.
Yes.
Oh, Gilly, I believe they're trying to make the exit.
Oh, well, we were just getting to know each other.
It's late. And Jimbo turns around. It was nice to meet all of you, Prism. And they give a very gentle bow to Sovellias, and tug at Merlin to leave.
Yes,
See you at
I'm
breakfast.
sure we'll
See
see
you
you in
tomorrow.
the morning. Let's go. Yes.
Give a little curtsy.
Hell yes.
I think we salvaged that rather nicely.
They seem like really nice people.
Yep.
I think they were intimidated by you, civilians.
I mean, everyone's intimidated by me, so what are we gonna do?
Speaking of getting late, and I'm gonna like pull out a little sundial that gets no sun because it's nighttime. I'm like, we should probably go, get Sovellias to bed. I know he doesn't need to sleep, but he needs his meditation.
That's true. I'm pretty sure I could find the room myself. It's probably just the biggest at the estate, right?
I'll make sure you get there.
Okay.
All right, lead the way.
Okay. I lead the way.
I will follow Gilly.
Okay. And I think what happens here is there is, the party does eventually, the tents close down. It's kind of left for the morning, but the party does eventually wind down. Merlin and Jimbo, you are able to make your way back to town where you live. If you want to tell us a little bit about what the home is like where Merlin and Jimbo live.
It's a very small home. Small, but Jim does his best to keep it looking as prim and proper as it can. So it's pretty much has no front yard. It's pretty much just the building, and then that's it. And you walk into the living room, and it's has a fireplace, but not a lot going on besides that. And the kitchen is a hot mess. But mainly because it's pretty much Jim cooks. Jim cooks. Him and Merlin eat, and then we just go to bed. And yeah, there's not a lot going on in the house. It's very small, very quaint, but 1 bedroom, 1 bath apartment, upper state New York. But
anyway, but as you're kind of getting to bed, and you're changing out of your armor, and Merlin's getting ready, or excuse me, Jimbo's getting ready. He says to you, now because of your subclass, I'm assuming that your character is capable of crafting magic items, and a lot of the stuff you wear is either what you crafted or inherited from a great legacy or line of crafters. What do you think?
Pretty much, it's mostly things that I've crafted. I do have around my neck. It's not anything magical or anything, but it's just a symbol. It's basically the symbol that my husband and I had at our wedding as a sign of our unity. So I have one around my neck. He has one around his. But you don't really see it because I keep it under my armor. He keeps it under his robes. So yeah.
And I imagine Jimbo's not as powerful as you are, but he might have a skill or something. What is Jimbo? What does Jim do? What's he good at?
He mainly cooks. That's his job. Pretty much while I'm away sailing and everything, he cooks for one of the local finer restaurants. So.
Okay. So he says with everything going on in the capital, a pit fiend now rules this country, and devils are getting summoned every day. The country's split into a civil war, and the Prism has shown up in Foggy Bottom. You don't think that's a coincidence? And he's like, you can see he's pretty upset.
No, I don't think it's a coincidence, but what much can we do about it, honestly?
Well, that's just it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, once they learn more about you and what you can do and the items that you can make, they're going to want to ask you to go to Bridgeton or somewhere and be a warsmith, make magic items for their growing army.
Well, they can ask as much as they want, but as I've told them, I am on the sea or I'm here with my husband. There's not really anything else than that.
Kind of looks at you. He's like, okay, it's scary. I don't want you going into war. You going at sea is hard enough.
I know. That's why I'm not going to do anything to put myself in any more danger, to put myself any further away from you. So you don't have to worry about it.
Kind of smiles. He looks over, he starts to turn off the light, and there's a tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap at your bedroom window, and he looks over. He's like, what the hell? And he just kind of, he goes over there with a little bit of the lamp on, and he's like, it's a bird. And he goes, get out of here. And the bird, and then flies away.
Is that something you normally deal with here?
I will say the small game the birds in the small game, you can hardly find a gator swimming by anymore, but the birds and the small animals are everywhere. The vermin in this town are getting out of hand. They say it has to do with that Syndrissa, the ancient dragon in the swamp. She's getting more aggressive.
Well, hopefully someone can get a handle on her soon.
I mean, she's an ancient dragon. I don't know. But then again, I heard the Prism have already killed 2 of those, so...
Well, then it's well within their resumes, I would say.
Well, I don't like it. Anyway, church in the morning, and he beds down.
Same.
Okay. Selena!
Oh boy, howdy. What can I do for you?
You are attempting to get some sleep, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Alrighty. Why am I always the first person to roll dice every game?
You're the only one who sleeps.
Rookie mistake.
You pissed off a pit fiend.
I mean, we pissed off.
We all did, but like you,
none of us
you took
really
his.
pissed off a pit fiend.
You're the only one who took his sword.
So you said wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, with advantage.
Yeah, so that puts me at 21.
21.
21.
Let me double check.
Oh, Christ.
Oh Christ, he has to check on the 21. Oh no.
I do. I should have had this ready.
screwed.
Where is she? Uh,
One of these days.
okay.
Start mixing up some medieval amphetamines for Selena. Help her from sleeping.
21.
Yes, sir.
You're good. So what happens here is you are dreaming, and for a moment, you are brought into this kind of very, very large cavern. The ceiling is probably it might be 100 feet high, but you're not sure. It all kind of fades away. You only have so much vision. There are bubbling green pools of acid, or maybe some kind of noxious water that come around this stone island. On top of this stone island is a very large stone, maybe 30 feet by 25 feet large, which atop it rests a hoard of treasure. And on top of that hoard, an ancient green dragon who opens up a lazy eye at you. And for a moment, you're assuming it's Eureka Drill. And then you realize it's not Eureka Drill. It's not your patron. It's not that ancient green dragon. It's another one. And she smiles, a very wicked smile, a very knowing smile. She says, "Ah, it is you. It is the..." Sorry, she says, "It is the false one."
Can I stay for a minute, or does my save automatically pull me out of it?
You are not under the effects of a nightmare.
Ah, perfect. Okay. I'm going to make sure I familiarize myself with this space.
Yeah, so you look around and it's hard to see about 15 or 20 feet out, but you do get the general sense of some of the features. The acidic pool, the stone in the middle with the dragon on top, that kind of thing. She's clearly sitting in a large cavern in an island surrounded by dangerous terrain.
And it's a dream. So I'm just going to go ahead and walk like around that stone in the middle so that she has to follow me.
She does not change her, she does not move when you move.
Even her eyes?
Nope. She says,
Okay.
"I can still see you."
That's to be expected. You keep calling me the false one.
Yes. You serve a false goddess. I am the only ancient green dragon worthy of worship. Your patroness is long dead, and I keep her chains. She kind of stands up. For centuries I've labored. For centuries I've kept her locked away. Just like the day I dethroned her.
So I'm assuming your Isidro came with me in this.
Mm-hmm.
Does she react at all to that?
She's not saying anything.
You say you're the only one worthy. How many lives have you saved?
On the day that I imprisoned Eureka Drill and threw her from her throne, some would say I saved millions.
Was that the same downfall as Modru? Did it facilitate that?
They happened very close together.
You ever think that was part of the plan?
She kind of bats her eyelashes, her eyes. She almost like she falls asleep for a minute. You're very strong. You're very close to unlocking more of her power, but you won't get any further without me. And I don't plan on letting you an inch closer to me and mine.
Tell me what makes you two enemies.
I dethroned her and imprisoned her in the void.
That was millennia ago. Times change.
I keep her there. I draw on her power. I use her power.
Then you and I are not so different.
No, we're not. And once you're out of the picture, I'll have all that she ever had and more.
That's certainly ambitious.
It is no thing to take care of you and your friends. It is no thing to kill you. You've killed 2 ancient worms, but they were isolated. They do not have the resources I have, the knowledge. And they also were blessed. Excuse me, they are also cursed with pride and hubris. I fight dirty. And I have no qualms about running, poisoning, backstabbing, manipulating, or doing whatever I can to win.
I would expect no less.
Fair warning. Leave my town after dawn's early light. You get to live another generation. Stay. Well, you know.
Time will tell.
She nuzzles back into her claws. And the dream ends.
At least it wasn't a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. You are all able to successfully complete a long rest.
Before we get to bed, as we're leaving the party, Gilly will just give Sovellias a little lesser restoration there. Clear up some of the drunken fog.
Thank you. As got a little out of hand. I apologize.
Little bit, yeah. I just.
It's a lot being back, and I just lost myself again.
Yeah, that's understandable and all that. You made a bit of a scene.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be hearing about it in the morning and stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
But I just wanted to make sure you didn't wake up hungover or something. And also, Dolores here has something to tell you.
What is it, Dolores?
Oh.
And actually, no, I'll use message to tell you that what's his face is not that the Colonel is not actually a high elf, but he's actually he's a Leafmere, right?
In disguise.
Yeah, he's a Leafmere in disguise, and that we should assume that anything we say or do here is being listened to.
I mean, I'll pretty much assume that with him being the Colonel and everything he's done for us too. Anyways, so.
Do you have any idea, like after I'm assuming, do you have any idea what that means, or possible who that could be?
If I think back, do I remember anyone from my past that might be Leafmere? Any connection there?
I mean, the Sojourn family,
Yeah,
I believe,
I
are Leafmere. Those are
Okay.
about the most prominent enemies that are from that family. But I mean, this is Foggy Bottom. There are a lot of Leafmere around here.
True. Yeah. And so maybe it's Sojourn, but I can't see him being any relation to the Sojourn at all, with as much as he seems to dislike him or butts heads with him. So, Yeah, it's not ringing any bells. If he's willing to pull over this deception on us, and it seems to be a pretty small deception for that matter, something that seems almost negligible. Who knows what else he's hiding? So we just need to keep a sharp eye out.
I mean, it could just be generally to keep people from having any clue of who he is, but don't know. He got that said he got that injury in the war, right?
Yeah.
This is all taking place via message, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Via message in the hut, right? You're in
Yep.
the hut in the bedroom. Thank you.
Always double up
Yep.
on protection. Yep.
Important.
So, yeah, I can't think of anything, so best just to keep a weathered eye out and go from there. Beware, but if his enemies are our enemies and his allies are our allies, then I don't necessarily care about his background. So.
Do you ever? Can you really know who his enemies are and his allies are if you don't know who he really is?
True, but people change. We've seen that multiple times.
Seems to be how would I say it? I'm trying to think that ingenuine to be claiming to be turning over a new leaf and finding a new path, but be concealing your very identity. And I say that without a hint of irony.
Says the person in disguise.
This is a temporary mask. The Colonel has been masquerading as this alter ego for months.
Yes, probably.
There's something more to it than that.
I'm sure there is. And once we figure out what that is, we can move forward or make decisions. But no point in speculating at this point in time.
We should Scooby-Doo it and just unmask him in front of everyone. It was Old Man Thomas.
His brother Thomas all along.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen Brother Thomas and the Colonel in the room at the same time? Oh yes,
it doesn't matter. Simulacrums.
Simulacrums. Oh no.
This could all be an elaborate ruse from Brother.
Yeah, everyone's a simulacrum here in disguise. They're all Brother Thomas.
Correct.
Well,
they're all Duplo LaCroix. Actually.
The whole village.
They just all are.
You're all Duplo LaCroix, actually.
We've all been. Yes, that's right. None of us are who we think we are.
Correct.
Well, that's all the information we had. I think perhaps we should rest for the evening. And
definitely.
I'm going to make a big show about Dolores returning back to the mansion tomorrow and return as justice.
Perfect.
Because no one is the wiser.
No.
Yeah.
No one at all.
You didn't leap into the air with a void saber in a cloud of darkness or anything.
Who else was there? Who else?
Well, the forest was there.
Yeah.
And
if the
Brother Thomas might have mentioned it to a few people.
You think? Okay, Brother Thomas needs to learn to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, he's a chatty guy.
He told the Colonel immediately. Damn it.
Probably did.
So, would you all like to rest?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to complete a long rest. We wake the next morning. That one's a bit more nighttime. Well, since I said you do, pretty good indicator. It's a beautiful morning. It is winter, but it's warm here. This is in the southern part of the country. It is a swamp. It's a bit too humid for most people's liking, but it is a beautiful, warm, late winter morning. We're just a few weeks, about a month, I think, away from spring, maybe 2 months away from spring. And yeah, you all wait to the next morning, and breakfast is already ready, and the day is yours. You do know that there's a service that you're invited to go to, but there is a breakfast beforehand. A small one.
Got it.
I am 2 hours late to breakfast.
So as you take your time getting ready, there is eventually a knock on your door.
Yeah. Can I help you?
This is after you're about 35 minutes late. Your presence is requested in the...
I will be down in a short while. It takes time. So, be patient.
Sir, your presence is requested.
It can be requested for a little bit longer.
Oh, so sassy.
Just give me 5 more minutes. That's all I need. I'll be right
Sure
down.
thing.
Alright.
And you can just feel his presence on the other side of the door.
I take 10 minutes, and then I'll come.
And when you step out, there are 2 people there, not just one. They
Oh.
smile.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
I'm pretty sure I know my way to the dining hall.
You're an honored guest. We're here to make sure you stay safe.
Oh, have you done the same thing for the rest of my comrades?
He looks. No, they're not honored guests.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
offended.
thank you. Lead the way.
Thank you, my liege. And they lead you down to breakfast. 45 minutes late.
Perfect.
At 45 minutes late, there is a nice little bit of a breakfast, and you all can do whatever you wish before the church service.
I was probably there before breakfast was ready. Just kind of fiddling about trying to figure out how to keep myself busy.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone wishes to do at breakfast? The colonel is there. The Prism is there. Y'all are there, rather.
It's a nice spread. I apologize for my looks. I was a bit rushed this morning.
I don't mean to be so forceful, but I can't. We're on a bit of a schedule here with all that you've asked me to do. And you can see the colonel is dressed in his white outfit with his kind of portly body and his diamond cane staff. So I appreciate you being more prompt than usual.
I'll try.
So the agenda today, he tosses his cane over to his other side. The agenda today is, I believe, we are due to have a little bit of a Sunday service down by the church, and then we are going to get on a bit with the business that you have asked me to conduct here, and that I have asked you to do. So we should get started soon after.
Absolutely.
Sandrissa is a problem, and she needs to be dealt with, and we need to make sure the people of Foggy Bottom are safe.
First and foremost.
As I stated, as I said before, I'm there as justice now. Dolores has been sent back to the estate.
He looks over. He says, "Oh me, oh my! We have someone new here."
Well, not new. I believe that we have not yet met, though we are aware of each other.
Are we? Your name?
I'm Justice.
That name does ring a bell. It's not every day that I send a well-financed and highly skilled assassin who was recently let out of jail towards his sworn enemy.
Indeed.
How have you been since getting shot in the head and killed?
I have been well. My powers have increased exponentially.
And has your soul been saved?
I look off into the distance for a second. Perhaps. Has yours?
Oh, goodness gracious, no, I'm a wretched sinner through and through. I've only began the path of atonement.
Indeed. I'm just going to sit there awkwardly and not say anything.
He just smiles.
This is really, really cool. Can I get the recipe? What do you call this?
Love it.
Food. He says, I'm sure if you ask the kitchen staff or the chef, they'd be more than happy.
Perfect. Gilly definitely does that at some point.
Cool. Is there anything else anyone wishes to do before the service?
I'm good.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Are we assuming that we're going to be fighting the dragon today?
So,
Y'all, I don't know.
so what does our day look like, and should this meal be particularly special, or maybe we can hold that off till lunch or our evening meal?
A hero's lunch.
Yeah, the
Hero's
heroes
A
feast.
hero's lunch.
Hero's brunch.
If
We
only-
should.
Second breakfast. Hero's second breakfast.
I'm gonna speak out of
Elevensies.
character as a moment. We should probably make sure we have the entire group together for our feast.
Whoever could you be?
Whoever could be missing, I don't know.
Uh, weird.
And all the pets came back.
And all the pets are back.
Heroes 11sies. Perfect.
But
Here's 11Z.
depending on if we're gonna, because spell versatility now, y'all. Depending on what we're gonna be doing, I might swap something out.
Because I would recommend, I am prepared for whatever we're doing today, but I would recommend that after we heroes feast, we have a short rest so that I can get us through a maze.
That works for me.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I have nothing I wish to accomplish. I'm ready to proceed.
Better not be late to this summon.
No, we cannot be late. We'll be sitting in the front row, the colonel says.
Is that a problem?
He looks at you, he's like, what do you mean?
What is the problem with sitting in the front row?
Means you
No.
can't be late. You can't be walking in front of everyone, and also everyone will know you're late.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
called being polite.
Yeah.
And
Like
he stands
any-
up.
It's
Like any public event that you go to that's seated, you know, you don't want to walk in front of people when it's already started. It's rude.
Good to know.
Colonel stands up, and you can see that along the walls are the men with those rifles. Again, 12 in all. They're new faces, so it's apparently a rotating guard. He says, you should leave a few of them here in case the estate gets assaulted. 3 of you come with me, and he points to the 3 that you saw down by the docks yesterday. He's like, those are some of my best, and he sachets towards the church with you all.
Sachets.
So, Dilly, no one here knows that you're Fae.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
that's fun.
Right?
I
Yeah.
don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
I
Okay.
wouldn't have told anyone.
You didn't
Okay.
introduce yourself as Gilly O'Shea the Fae?
Archfey.
Gilly
Gilly
O'Fay.
Gilly O'Fay.
Hello, I'm Gilly
Lady-
O'Fay.
Lady
Lady
of the Mountain.
Faye of the Faye Meadows and the Faye and the Faye Glide and
Lady of the
Faye
Mountain and the
Mountains
Mist.
and the Faye Mist.
Ask her what she wants to drink. She says, "I'll have a Fago."
Stop.
Okay.
And then I would have reminded everybody when we were talking about Syndressa and preparations that poison and blind sight are probably the 2 biggest things we need to remember about Syndressa and her abilities.
It is quite annoying. It renders many of my abilities unusable.
It's very annoying.
Yep. Well, just remind y'all that and we have spent way too much time down here. I'm picking up your accent.
It's been 48 hours.
It is infectious.
It is quite infectious. Just
is
gets
it-
in there.
Ores of magical darkness will not be useful.
Understood.
It makes
So.
sense.
Frustratingly
God.
understood.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh, he's rolling for damage.
I'll be swapping out Mislead for. I think I'll be swapping out Mislead for. I'll say probably hold monster.
Okay. Merlin and Jimbo, y'all are getting ready there at your breakfast. Is there anything you wanted to say, Jimbo, before y'all head to church?
I sort of just like, how is Jimbo looking? Like, did he look still uneasy from last night? Or
He does. He is in his Sunday best, but he looks at you and he says, "Be sure to bring your weapons."
well, always. You don't need to tell me twice. Are you all right?
Thank you, Miwa, for the 500 bits.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just uneasy with everything that's been going on. Ancient Green Dragon. The Colonel's changed his tune, so the markets are all in a fray. And then the Prism show up in town. The last town that they showed up and broke out into a war, and two ancient dragons dueled in the sky. And before that, they overthrew a dukedom.
Dukedom.
Yeah.
Very interesting lot, it seems. Yeah, just stay close to me then, I guess. Don't leave my side.
All right. And you're all able to head to the church. However, God, Gilly, you take what you get. So what happens here is you crest on over the hill towards the valley where this this low-lying swampland where this church is set, east of the lagoon, past where that little new maze was, still on the grounds of the Colonel. And there's no save. You take 25 points of radiant damage. You hit like a wall.
Oh, it's hallowed ground. Cool, great.
Forbiddance, but yeah.
Oh, God.
You slam into this wall of pure radiant energy and are kind of blasted back flat on your butt. And everyone spins around, and the three men draw their guns down on you, and they go, "Fiend!" and they cock their rifles.
I'll step in between them and her.
And the Colonel like rolls behind the three men like and lays down on the ground.
I'll put myself between Gilly, O'Shea, and the three men with guns.
She's a devil. This place is warded against devils.
Is it warded against anything else? Because I'm definitely not a devil.
The Colonel is kind of exasperated. You can see it takes him a full 6 seconds. Well, I think it's warded against everything otherworldly because Fae are in the woods and they serve the Fae, Fiend, Undead. Well, not Celestials, of course, and some other extraplanar beings. And he kind of rolls on the grass and looks towards you, and you're both face down. And he looks at you. Are you an extraplanar being? He's just kind of.
This spell just must be malfunctioning.
And you see there's just a bit of gleam of joy in his eyes from you getting knocked on your ass.
Your spell must really be malfunctioning.
I don't think it is. Not my spell. I can't cast magic. And he stands up with his cane.
Well, I meant like the collective you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I could give you the password.
And?
He leans in. The password. It's really good. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
Password is Colonel.
I would never have guessed that. I'll just utter Colonel as a walkthrough.
And you could feel this wall of force just kind of cascade away. He says, you'll need to say that when you get within the doors of the church, too. But it's Colonel 2.
Oh, okay then.
It's secure.
It's very secure.
Oh my
You're
God.
doing a great job.
I'm in pain right now. Leave it to Matt to design the most hateable characters.
It's called security. Look it up.
It's not even security theater.
God.
There isn't even a door.
Oh, good old cybersecurity jokes. Okay. So you're able to make your way, and you do. When you're near that church, you can feel this 60-foot sphere of just pure radiant force, like energy, push against you. And when you say Colonel 2, it fades, and you're able to...
Great.
Yeah, sorry, kiddo.
Ooh, yikes.
And
Yikes.
So there's already a very healthy crowd in this church as you enter. Adretha Jean and Brother Thomas are there, and you do see Merlin and Jimbo have, I believe, would have already beaten you there since you all were running a little late.
Are they also towards the front?
I don't believe they would be, but you do recognize them. You could beckon them towards the front.
I do. I'm like, oh, come sit.
It's our friends from last night, honey.
Jimbo says, "Oh, well, we can't refuse sitting up front at church."
Guess not. We make our way out of the aisle.
That's wonderful.
I do, sensing my husband's uneasiness as my hand is in his, I kiss the back of his hand, and as I do that, I cast Death Ward on him.
Okay.
Just in case.
Damn.
He is comforted by that.
Hello, I do not.
A hell of a kiss. I just like gesture over and pat the seat next to me. It's a scooch to make more room.
I'll go sit next to Gilly, and my husband will be on my other side.
Okay.
I'll leave forward around everyone and be like, did you guys make friends last
Yeah, so last night we met Marilyn and his husband, Jim. Did you introduce him as Jim or Jimbo?
I introduced him as Jim.
And his husband, Jim. And this is Selena. You didn't get to meet her last night. She, isn't
Hello, Selena.
big on parties, so.
And I am Justice. I believe that we also did not have a chance to meet.
Right.
Hello,
And
Justice.
you didn't meet Justice either.
I apologize for my forwardness last night. I was quite not myself.
You seem in better states this morning, so
Thank
good for you.
We had what would be called a long day the previous day.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know, being attacked by forest spirits, creatures, agents of ancient green dragons, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they sure were attacking Brother Thomas right after we were speaking with him. We had witnessed him do one of his miracles and all that. And we talked to him afterwards, and he got attacked and, helped him.
Luckily, we were there to save him.
Yeah, that dragon wants him dead, apparently. Doesn't appreciate, it sure doesn't appreciate, apparently, whatever Brother Thomas is doing.
Do we know what Brother Thomas is doing?
Well, and then I just kind of lean over and whisper, I'm like, well, what's going on is, and wait, just to clarify, Gilly knows, right? Because Selena not only identified what was going on, but also told everybody, yes?
I super
Regarding-
did.
Okay.
The Abishai?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, see, the green dragon here,
Mhm.
she's been, like, stretching her roots out a bit more and, like, really taking claim over this area. It's, and she's getting more bold and more forceful with it, and some of her worshippers are turning into, like, fiendish, dragony, hybrid things, and Brother Thomas is, like, trying to cure them. She doesn't like it.
Oh. That's normal.
Well, I mean, it's, with the whole hell thing in Gish and, the dragon here aligned with that kind of, yeah, I mean, I guess in that kind of scope of realm, thinking it'd be normal, but yeah, yeah.
I just look at Jim and I'm like, well, hopefully it is stopped soon. Yes, that's what I will say to that.
Well, I mean, it's real hard to kill a dragon of that, like, stature, and,
Yeah,
in her own lair and everything, and all of that, so it's real hard to do. I don't know if we're up to the task, actually. But
Well,
it's
I've
been
heard
real hairy the last 2 times we had to do anything with dragons, and it was real bad. And the last time we had the help of another dragon, so
Spilling all.
Oh,
You can see Jimbo whispers to Merlin. Well, Merlin, you can hear him, and Selena, you'd be able to hear Jimbo say this too. He said, "This is exactly what I was talking about."
I'm kind of gonna stare around at Gilly and be like, "You make friends in weird ways. This is how you scare people off."
Well, I'm sure you're all more experienced now and better suited to handle a dragon of this stature.
Oh, but here's the thing though, like
Such confidence. God.
You won't let it.
honestly, like
Just keep going.
every bit of help like counts and matters, and that's the only reason that we're still alive, I think.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You
Well-
gotta learn how to rely on people and how to help each other and all that kind of stuff, because
Especially
going after
people
these things by yourself.
you just met.
Fuck me. Okay.
When is the service starting?
Never. We're
Jimbo
gonna talk
says.
through it.
Jimbo says, "Oh look, the service is starting."
Thank
Thank
the Lord.
them. Yeah. And Brother Thomas stands up at the head of this church. It's a rather beautiful church, stonework, beautiful glass, not stained glass necessarily, but beautiful kind of glass that you can really see through. Crystal blue architecture, and just a beautiful, beautiful church. About 6 pews total, but they're pretty big. And Brother Thomas stands there, and you can see the 3 guards that the colonel brought with him fan out and protect certain entrance. Well, they stand near windows, and they kind of look out, and they have their guns with them. Brother Thomas stands forward and he says, "Thank you all for being here today. It's not easy to stand in the light in the days of the darkness. It's not easy to be a sinner, to live in an age of devils, dragons, and magic. But we gather here today because we live in exile from that great glorious light that should be protecting us. And it will, if we can only rise to our once cherished place in this world by being kind, being gentle, being decent to one another. I have here with me today some of the most prolific heroes of our age. But they're not without their sins. None of us are. But they are heroes because they choose to try. They choose to face the darkness and stand in the light. They're our heroes because even when they die, they come back to do good work. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for the Prism today. And he gestures over to him, and there's not applause, but there's like a nod of recognition, and people in the church go, "Mm-hmm." And Brother Thomas continues. The Prism and I met in Fort Mountain Hall. I was living high. I was living in sin, charging people for churchly services, for miracles that I would perform. And I was abusing the power the goddess gave me. I was abusing the power of the light that was in me. There were vampires all through Fort Mountain Hall. There was a lich in the underground. And I did nothing to fight the forces of darkness. Now, I'm no warrior. I can't fight like the Prism fights. But by God, I got a light that I carry with me. And I'm going to let that light shine. I'm going to let that light heal. I'm going to let that light protect when I can. I am ready to stand against the forces of darkness. You should be too. And Jimbo says, "Okay, here we go." To you, Merlin.
It's fine. We're good. We're all good.
When the darkness comes, What will you do? The shadows beckon. Will you stand in the light? You could see outside there's a bit of a storm starting to brew. Kind of a roll of clouds and a crack of thunder, which is not uncommon in Foggy Bottom. But she says, let us bow our heads and pray. And then he says, today we say a prayer of silence. Today we think of those we've lost to a tide of sin and devilry. And outside, Selena, you see this. There's this kind of flash of lightning. You see a kind of funnel cloud start to spin like a tornado coming to the ground. But with your great perception granted by the Sentinel Shield, you see that that's not a tornado. It's bats. But it's not bats. It's imps. And an army of about 1,000 imps in a swirling tunnel of in a swirling funnel of a tornado start to spin and fly at the church. And as they get close, about 1,000 feet out or so, they just disperse into radiant energy. And they're incinerated. There's a bit of a as other people begin to notice this too, and people rush towards the windows. Are we under attack? Brother Thomas says, now, this is the darkness I spoke of. It came sooner than later, wouldn't you know it? But it's here. Far off, about, well, she's standing 120 feet outside the church. You see Nindra, the servant of Sindrissa, standing there. She smiles. Brother Thomas says, now they can't get in here. We've warded this place, we've howled the ground, and we've cast a forbiddance around it. Devils cannot get in here. Sorry. Do y'all do anything?
I'll just stand and ready myself, I suppose. But I will say, we cannot stay in here forever.
No, we need to get these good people out.
Why don't we take the fight to her? And I'll go to one of those windows, and you said she was about 120 feet out?
She is.
Erupting Earth.
Oh, get it?
I need you all to roll initiative.
Yeah,
Oh my
I was gonna say, the good people should stay in here for now while we go.
Sure, putting
back
up
and deal
Beacon
with
of
it.
Hope. That's definitely happening.
Well, my second step is Aura of Vitality, so that anyone within 30 feet of me can get 2d6. So if you get Beacon of Hope, they automatically will get 12.
Nice.
Oh, hey. Let's go.
All right. Rolling. Oh, I get to roll with advantage. Yes. Oh, thank God I get to roll with advantage. Okay.
I did not set myself up. That's okay. Go ahead and promo something while I do the whole initiative tracker nonsense.
Well, the stream is this show, Ghost in the Machine, is sponsored by Roll20 Spotlight.
Roll20 Spotlight.
It sure is.
Roll20 Spotlight.
Wow. What's
That's
that?
pretty cool.
And then, Gilly, would you have given us an inspiring speech at breakfast, or would you have waited for us all?
I suppose that before we even went to breakfast, she would have maybe done it because, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I mean, if we, hang on, we hadn't,
Because we were waiting on Hero's Feast.
right. But
So-
the inspiring speech, it's 10 minutes. She can always just do it again.
And there would have been no reason to wait.
Yep,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we
perfect.
can assume that everyone except, sorry, Eli, everyone except Eli has the 18 temp hit points.
Perfect.
Perfection.
Just double check.
Okay.
If you're still preparing stuff, Matt, or do you?
No, I'm ready to ask for initiative. Well, yeah, no, go ahead, Jace. Oh,
Is
Jesus.
there-
What is
there a
Roll20
map?
Spotlight?
There
I was just
will
gonna
be.
say-
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What is a
Um,
Roll20 Spotlight?
What is a Roll20 Spotlight?
Mm-hmm.
It is a partnership with Roll20, where they are giving us access to their wonderful Roll20 product. And, well, because we're awesome. That's
Yeah.
why.
Roll20 is absolutely fantastic. I've used it for almost every game I've done online or streamed. Even our in-person ones, we've used it.
Right.
It's super easy to put together maps. It's the GM stuff gives you like darkness, lightness stuff. It's really really nice.
Yeah.
I think Roll20 is free, or yeah, Roll20 is free. You can use it without paying for it, but you can also get a membership with them and get all their premium tokens and map features and extra stuff, I believe.
The thing that pushed me to buying it was the extra storage space because I upload so many graphics and things. Like,
You sure do.
yeah, quickly run out of space. Also, if you notice the two little tracker bars here on stream, if you guys want to see me running in the age system a all space potato one shot, make sure you're subscribed or resubscribe. You know, lots of stuff.
Pretty sure I'm gonna play a beefy potato. Just all brawn.
Nice.
Beefy potato, perfect.
Yeah.
That'd be a good foil to Droogle.
The thick tato.
I'm gonna be a thick tato. That's right.
Nice.
Perfect.
Alrighty, I'm ready to start asking for initiatives. Okay. Merlin, what did you get on initiative?
I got a 10.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
That's high for a cleric.
Nice.
With my -1 to initiative?
Yeah.
Gilly.
22.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Yeah, rolled real good.
Thank you for the follow. 21.
Justice. Why isn't it
21.
Oh, there he is.
Rolled a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
Sovellias.
I got a really outstanding 7.
Oh.
Man, yeah. running this 7?
7. Yeah. Super high.
Congratulations, buddy. So here is what happens. I'll switch over to the maps for a little bit in just a minute. Here's what happens. We'll do Selena. Go ahead and roll your damage as she makes her dexterity saving throw. She rolls to make it, that is. So, see if she can.
Oh, that is good, guys.
14.
She does not make it. Dex 18.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a 20-foot cube centered on her. 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, and the ground becomes difficult terrain.
Yep. What's the 3d12?
I rolled 2 11s and a 10, so 32.
Holy shit.
Oh, boy, yes. Howdy, I know.
So you are a little bit quicker than her and catch her kind of off guard. As you can see, she starts to cast a spell, and it erupts in front of her, and she takes the damage. And then switch over here. So she is not on the map yet because she is far, far away. I will switch over to this now. Okay. At the same time you do that, going just before Gilly.
This music.
A dragon with a half dragon with 2 blades dripping with poison comes smashing through the window. You can tell this is not a Bishai. This is just a half dragon humanoid. And they draw both of their short swords, and you see them thrust forward both blades at the colonel. Yeah. You see the colonel get stabbed twice.
Wait, oh, no. Can you tell me what is? Am I within range of cutting words?
Let's see here. You could, yeah. You could. You can easily cutting words.
Do I?
You're within range to do it.
Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay.
They're right
where's
here.
The colonel? Oh, they're right. Yeah, that's right. They're like right by me. Yeah, I'll try to cutting words that, I think.
Go ahead. You can cutting words the first attack if you like.
Take a 9 off that.
The first one misses. And they come around with the second strike and stabbing the colonel in the abdomen. You can see, he takes the blow. He starts to bleed. He says, "Oh God." Yeah. Gilly, it's your turn.
Beacon of Hope goes up. First of all. And
Okay.
hang on, I need to turn my volume down because I can't hear.
So did I.
Okay.
It's basically everyone except for Selena.
Oh yeah, Selena, you're not in the range then. Damn. Actually, I guess, hang on. Let me see if I can... Where is Selena right now? Oh, way over there? Okay. I will just, I guess I'll move just around a bit, real quick, so I can get Selena in the, wait. Remind me, is this a 30-foot? Yeah, it's a 30-foot range. Okay.
I don't think you can get over
There's
there.
no way for me to get
65.
far enough over, so I'm
Nope.
just gonna, kind of stay where I am. I'm going to put up Beacon of Hope, and I think bonus action. I'm going to. How hurt does he look? Does the colonel look?
He's very hurt.
Yeah, I'll give him a first level, so he gets 10 points of healing.
The wounds start to heal a little bit, and he's looking a little better.
Okay. I think that's my turn.
Okay. On initiative count 21, Justice. Did I get
How brightly lit is it in this church?
It's still dim light in here because it's inside.
Okay, I'm going to advance on the half dragon, and in my hand appears a crystalline blade of shadowy energy.
Could you speak up?
Yes. I said I'm going to advance on the dragon, and in my hand appears a shadowy blade of crystalline flowing with smoke, and I'm going to attempt to make 2 attacks on him with my void dagger. I
Awesome.
have advantage because I'm in dim light.
You do.
First one is a 26 to the attack.
Excuse me, sorry. That does hit. That does
Perfect. And I have sneak attack.
hit. You sure do. Because they're standing next to someone,
Got it.
and you have advantage.
Precisely. So that is, let me pull up my sheet so I can just double check the damage. That is 6 plus 12 plus 3
Exactly why I forgot the number.
plus 5 is 18 points of psychic damage and stunning strike.
18 points of psychic damage?
Correct.
That's fine, they can all go together.
Actually, and I forget, I need the 1d6 from my robes. No, that applies to unarmed damage.
Correct. Stunning strike?
Yep.
Fails, it's a 7.
So catch him right in the side of the jaw and make him go a little limp.
Okay.
All right, gonna make my second attack on him.
At advantage, of course.
Natural 20.
That's a crit.
Wish I would have done that on the sneak attack.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sucks to suck. Well, I did pretty good on the dice. 13, 26 plus 5, 20, 26 plus 5 is 31 points of damage.
Okay, you doubled your dice?
Yes, 6 plus 7 is 13 times 2, 26.
Thank you.
And I'm going to use this opportunity, since I know he is down, I'm going to try to wear him down. I'm going to spend a bonus action for Flare of Blows.
Okay.
Not so great on that latter one. That is a, let me check my actions again. 15 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Last but not least, ooh, that is a 26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Perfect. 2d6 plus the Void Jumper plus the Necrotic. That is 5, 8, 9, 13 plus 4, 17 points of physical, and there's 1 point of necrotic and 4 points of lightning.
You're good. So yeah, you quickly respond to this assassin's for assault at the colonel, and wah, kind of confounding blows, and you can see they're definitely dazed by that and very severely injured, stunned to the end of your next turn. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Following that initiative count, we're gonna go ahead and put the gunners first, since they say they have a higher dex than Selena. I need to move this then, because Justice and the gunners. You see them step around this one right here, the gunner. They very quickly just point behind them and blast the window out, and it shatters into 1,000 pieces. And they step out of the window very quickly, 5, 10, 15, and they stop. The marksman comes over here and blasts the colonel point blank with their gun, and it catches the colonel like a rope and pulls them with. And they're like, extraction, and then regroup. 5, 10, 15, 20. And they zip line the colonel out of there.
This
and then
is
the gunner
great.
stands over here. And
Good job, Mr. President.
that is their turn.
Amazing.
Selena. So they're
Okay.
the colonel from the scene.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to Eldritch Blast out the window, straight towards the disciple.
Okay.
Because I got 240 feet. So as long as she's not casting anything where I can't see her.
Oh, you
Like,
can
there's
still see
no-
her. She hasn't gotten to do anything.
Perfect. Then go ahead. Okay.
She's still off the map.
That is not terrible. Alrighty, so I've got a 17 to hit her.
17. That's a great question. It does hit.
Okay. Then a 22 to hit her will work.
It does hit,
And
yeah.
then 14. No, not 14, 15.
15 hits. So as you blast the 3 things at her, she uses her reaction to cast shield. So only
Perfect.
one of the attacks will hit.
Okay. Go ahead and use one of these dice. That's 5 points of force damage.
So the 3 beams, and one of them slams through the shield and hits her in the chest, and she kind of stumbles just a brief second.
Then I will yell, she has shield up. And then as a bonus action, yeah, I can do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I know they've drugged the colonel outside. Is there, I can't see him from anywhere in here, can I?
You cannot. Not from where you're standing.
Okay, so if I did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, can I see him out the front windows if I come up here with Brother Thomas?
No.
Okay. Then, yeah, I will have moved trying to get an eye on the colonel, but since I can't do that, I'll just kind of stand here in the middle.
Okay. Why did I put... Oh, I forgot that.
Away from the windows that I've now blasted magic out of twice.
Yeah, I forgot to put Deadeye on the initiative. That was who I knew I was forgetting one person I couldn't quite figure out. Deadeye, whenever that all happened, they took a shot at Nindra. They miss. It goes wide, and then they walk over here 5, 10, 15, and blast this window out. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, since they're at least here. And they crouch a little bit with their gun, starting to reload. Do this one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative count 20, Jimbo goes.
Just
Jimbo.
Yes.
Just so you know, Gilly cast Beacon of Hope, and it can affect everyone that she can denominate, like within range. There's no limit on the number, so just everybody in that aura has it.
Yep, everybody.
Hot.
Everyone, every friendly, yep. Jimbo is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and they're going to use their action to hide behind the altar. They rolled pretty well. They got a 16. So they are
what I was going to tell him to do. So
So they crouch down and hide behind that altar, and they hope that no one sees them there. Brother Thomas looks down and he says, yeah, okay. Nindra, from 120 feet out the barrier of the church, you can see she casts a spell. She is going to cast a 7th level Dispel Magic. So there's this massive bomb of arcane energy, and she throws it at the church. It goes whipping around, and it shatters the Forbiddance and the Hallowed spell, and they just dissipate from the church.
That's not good.
Sure isn't.
No, it's not.
Should add a stronger password.
Well, at least she did that after all the imps died.
I think she just brute forced the firewall.
She sure did.
Sure did.
And
she hacked space.
And then she is going to start making her way, and you see her fly with incredible speed. She uses her movement to move 60 feet and her bonus action to dash. And she lands just outside the church.
Incredible.
She'd be here. Nope, she'd be here. And that means they would be there. She just looks at you, Selena, from the broken window that the gunner shot out, staring at you through the broken glass. Murderous intent in her eyes.
I mean, at least she's bringing the fight to us.
As that wall comes down, there's this kind of next to you, Selena, as a green Abishai appears next to you.
Uh-oh.
Not great.
There we go.
I don't get an attack of opportunity, do I? No.
Nope, they bamfed in. And they say, pretender, you die. And they attack you with a claw. Ooh. 18 to hit.
Yeah, it just hits.
You're going to take 12 points of piercing damage, and you're immune to poison now?
I am certainly immune to poison now.
Then you're okay. You take 12 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay.
So they bamfed in. And then that would be their... So they can't cast another spell yet. So you just see them, they teleport in and they swipe at you, taking you very much by surprise, and it breaks across your chest. Yeah, that is their turn. Merlin, it's your turn, buddy.
Hello. Thankful that my husband did exactly what I wanted him to do. I am going to move. I cannot move. Wait, hold on. I can't move my token right now.
Oh, because I had to recreate it. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Happens.
Well, while that's getting fixed, I'll let you know.
You can go ahead and move yourself.
Oh.
What, Gilly?
I was going to say, I'll let you know. You have Beacon of Hope affected on you, so that means you have advantage on Wisdom saving throws, advantage on Death saving throws, and you also have any healing that you do or is cast on you is maximized.
Okay. Cool. Tight. Okay, so I'm gonna get up from my pew and just walk over to this guy.
Okay.
With my hammer of thunderbolts.
Yep.
And I'm gonna whack him with my action.
Okay. You get advantage on the attack roll because he's stunned.
I rolled the same thing twice and it was pretty good. 29 to hit.
That hits.
That was crap damage, but 14 points of bludgeoning damage on him.
So you pulling out your hammer and shield, I'm assuming you make it take a mighty swing. Woof, and there's this kind of this slight little boom from when you swing your hammer. It cracks into them. They're very injured.
And then, do I have visual on the gunner?
You have a visual on the two. Here, I'll ping you. You have visual on these two, gunners and the colonel.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action then to cast Spiritual Weapon right next to the gunner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit him.
Oh, they're on your side.
They're on my side. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they're
I'm
just
not gonna do that.
Yeah, they're rescuing the colonel.
I'm gonna-
Perfect.
The Abyssai right here is not, however.
I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon over there instead.
What level are you casting it at?
We're just gonna do second level for now.
Okay.
Spells, second level, Spiritual Weapon, and
Oh, there you go. I'm assuming it's a hammer.
yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll. This is just a straight roll.
Okie doke. Natural 20.
Nice.
Go ahead, and roll. Go ahead and double. Ooh, what did I do?
That was a me thing.
Green.
Sorry.
Why?
I was checking something.
Can't believe you've done this.
Go ahead and roll the crit damage. You double your dice and then add the modifier.
Okay. Wait, double the number of dice or the value of the dice? Sorry.
Whichever you prefer.
Okay, I'm just gonna double the value.
Okay.
Okay. 10 plus 5 is 15.
Cracking, there's a spiritual hammer of force that appears over the Abyssai whenever they claw at you, Selena, and it cracks them in the back of the head at the same time. Okay.
And that's my whole thing.
Alrighty. Alright, Brother Thomas's turn. And then there's an NPC coming. Brother Thomas looks around. And they think about what they want to do here for a second. And they're gonna go ahead and cast a spell. And then you see the runes of banishment start to form in their hand. And then they lay their other hand over their hand with the runes of banishment. And in an incredible display of magic, they split the spell in two, forming two banishment spells, and then they hold it there for just a second, and they look around. Okay. Why is because I had to move her because of the thing. Okay. Very shortly after, a woman appears. Selena. A female devil-like creature who has been trying to infiltrate your dreams, accompanied by, usually you either see her or the incubus. The Punisher, as she's called, or the Lady of Punishment, appears holding a rope and a longsword.
Oh no.
She points at you. She says, "You there? You're coming with me." And she throws her rope at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh gods.
However, as she appears, Thomas lets off his two banishment spells at the
Yes.
at the Abyssai and at the Lady of Punishment.
Come on. Get out of here.
Oh, she has advantage.
Get on out of here, you biscuit.
Get.
Get.
So left, right.
I
So
love this.
the banishment spells go off, and you hear a pop sound as her rope gets tossed in the air. She gets popped out.
Yes.
Brother Thomas.
But
Thank
the
God I
Abyssai,
rolled a 2.
yeah, the Abyssai is actually fine. Jesus, banishment's so good. Meta magic, and that was 4 points of meta magic for him. You rolled a 2.
I certainly did. Plus 2, I had a whole 4.
Wow.
That definitely saves.
Yikes.
Thanks for the sub.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dirk Block, for the sub. Alrighty, so you don't need to make that dex save because she got yeeted out of existence, but the Abyssai is still there. And then Brother Thomas is just holding those two spells. Sovellias, it's your turn.
All right, I will pull out the Blade of the Zir and go into my Blade Song. As my bonus action, I will then move behind Azora, come up around next to Selena, and give her a touch on the shoulder and cast Greater Invisibility on her.
On Selena, okay.
Yes.
There's kind of the light bends around you and Selena around you, Selena, and you disappear from vision.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Is that true? No,
And then I'll
it's not.
point my sword at the oh god, I can't remember what you called them.
Abyssi?
Abyssite, that's it. And Sailor, you pick on me.
They kind of snarl at you. That your turn?
That's my turn.
Oh my god. On initiative count 7. Through the doors comes through a very large demon with these kind of holding a shotgun and a Bowie knife with a very large wide-brimmed hat, wearing a leather duster.
Oh my god.
He says, and he's holding his shotgun. He says, I'm here for, and he like checks notes. He looks around. He says, do I have a Gilly O'Shea and a Selena in attendance tonight? He looks around. There you two are, and he fires his gun.
Did he see Selena?
He
She's
did not, so
invisible.
he does not have double sight. He fires his gun at Gilly.
Oh my god.
Great.
This is amazing. This
Oh
is
my
amazing.
God.
Actually,
Fuck.
yeah, he does not see Selena.
Oh no.
So he's gonna make a shot at you there, Gilly.
Oh great. Where
I love
is
this.
he?
By the door.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Fuck.
He's a big
Oh
big
no.
boy. Big boy.
So he fires his shotgun.
Real
Let's
not great.
see here. You are his quarry.
Oh.
That is a 26. You've already. You
Yeah.
went though, so you have your reaction up.
Yeah, but that's not. I can't do 12.
Yeah.
What you say?
What you say?
Um,
But you know what? Could no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let that go.
You take 14 points of piercing damage, and you make a Constitution saving throw.
Is the damage magical?
It is. That's actually an excellent question. It is. His gun's magical.
Okay. All right. So 14.
14 points of magical piercing damage, and then actually, I'm sorry, it is not a Constitution saving throw. It is a Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Con save.
That's fine. That's fine. I picked the right die. Oh gods. 17 plus 7. 24.
You're good. You only take 11 points of lightning damage. You can start to feel paralysis seize your system from his shot.
Ooh.
Bonk! And it's hitting you squarely in the chest, but you shake it off. He says, should I ask for more? He lowers his gun a little bit, and then he goes invisible. As a bonus
Okay,
action.
my damage thing is not working. Hang on. There we go. Okay. And then he did what as a bonus action?
He went invisible.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
It is Adretha Jean's turn. You see, she kind of looks around. Let me do this one. And she, with her bonus action, is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. You can see the light around the half dragon assassin start to harden, and then it congeals into this very nice elven looking saber in a force of hard light, and it comes crashing down on that green dragon for a natural 20 and kills him.
Nice.
Wham!
Yes!
Only cast at second level though. And then she is going to use her action, since we use spell driver rules, she's going to use her action to cast a wall of force over those three.
Ooh.
The light again hardens and bends around as a wall of force is erected. I believe it is either 10 or 15 here.
The Colonel with a 1. Wow.
Congrats.
I love it.
10 feet. Okay, thanks.
Probably not even the real colonel. It's probably a body double that he sends out in the public.
Probably isn't.
Probably a simulacrum. Clone.
I think it's just like a dude that he's paying to stand in for him.
So there's this bubble of light that forms around them, and they are pretty well protected now and there. Initiative count. I cannot believe how low I rolled for all the enemies.
It's wild.
And NPCs. I guess he would be here. So standing at the doorway, you guys, we can't really see this, but the camera can see it. Hello there. The frog wizard, Mr. Cribbits, appears at the doorway.
Yes.
Fucker.
And he says, I believe that we're having a slight disturbance. I'm here to help. And a whirlwind comes whizzing in from behind him, a veritable whirlwind.
Sorry, is that a spell?
It is, but he already has it summoned. He already has it cast. He's not casting it. Yep.
Damn it.
And he just comes rolling in with it. 5, 10, 15. And he's an evoker. We double check something. It is evocation, okay. So
Motherfucker.
Selena and Sovellias, I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
I don't like it.
I love this game.
What are your totals?
22.
You are good. You are also good. So instead of 45, oh god, I rolled insanely high.
Oh Jesus.
Instead of 45 points of magical bludgeoning damage, you're going to take half, which is 22, and you are not restrained by the whirlwind. So it comes whirling in and slams into you. But you're fine. You're fine for now. But there is literally a whirlwind trying to whip you around, suck you in, and, kill you. Woo! Did I put this on the right layer now? We'll do it like that. Alrighty, on initiative count 7, we'll probably take a break here in just a minute after the first round.
Oh, wow.
Coming
Why?
smashing through the windows is a horned devil.
Oh my
My
god.
god!
Welcome
To Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah, welcome to Ghost in the Machine, Eli.
There'll be
So
6
mean.
more.
This is a light encounter. Anyway,
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not the dragons, though.
no.
That's gonna be worse.
Next round. That's
Next
the
round,
legendary action.
Syndrissa comes in and tears the chapel from its foundation.
So they're gonna. That's right. They're gonna hurl one bolt at Gilly and one at Sovellias. Oh, can I roll like shit? They go so wide. 12 and natural 1 versus Sovellias. So one is a 12 versus you. Gilly flies over your head. The other is a natural 1 and flies over your head as well, Sovellias. 2 little balls of
Rude!
fire. On initiative count 1, the colonel. I can see my own blood. I've been poisoned by one of my own constituents. As he grips his wound that is poisoned, and you see him pass out from the blood and fall into one of the soldier's arms.
That is not the real colonel. It can't be.
Love him. I hate
God.
him. I love him.
And with that, we are
Hate
gonna
him.
go. We are just gonna go to break here. Since
Oh my
we're-
god, that's amazing.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Hey, Eli, I don't want to alarm you, Eli, but the last time we had guests on, one of them got disintegrated.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was real not great.
oh,
Just letting you know.
here we go.
And the other one almost super died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has everyone else run out of the church yet, or do we still have a church full of?
We'll get there on the next round. That's part of the lair action.
Oh
God.
no!
Yep.
Oh,
What?
yikes. Oh, no.
This is so great.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much who subbed, the new follows. There was something else that happened to Bits. Thank you so much, folks, for the support. Sit tight. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back to see where this encounter in the church goes. And I wanted to mention this map, I do believe, is brought to us by Dr. Back. Okay, we are in the middle of a fight. We have gotten our libations. The colonel just passed out, and I think he said, I'm bleeding my own blood. And then
Good lord.
he said, I've been poisoned by one of my constituents. And he passed out. And the second round of combat is beginning. At the top of the round, with the assassin being dead, Gilly, it's your turn. and then the gunners, and then Justice. So Gilly, go ahead.
Shit! Oh boy. Well, I can't see the thing that was trying to kill me. Did the music stop? Oh, there it is. Sure don't know where that thing went.
He's not hidden, he's just invisible. He's over here. But you cannot see him. You cannot see him.
Right. It's coming from me. And what did that... And that devil threw something at me too, right?
The horned devil threw a bolt of fire.
I don't like that.
A hurl of flame.
Don't like that.
Throw it at me.
And the wizard's focusing on the whirlwind.
Right. Well, the wizard's focusing on the whirlwind. So, actually, here's what I think I'll do. I'm going to throw... Are they... They weren't within, like, 5 feet of each other, were they?
Who?
The wizard, the Ribbiton wizard, and the devil that attacked me?
No, and he's a demon, not a devil. Just
sorry, the demon that attacked me. Oh gosh, it's a demon?
He sure is.
Fuck.
Oh no, no, sorry, he is a devil. I'm sorry, he is.
Okay. Oh no. Oh gosh.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I guess I will throw 6 charges from the Wand of Magic Missiles at the frog guy.
His eyes go wide. He is going to use his reaction to shield.
Yep. At
And
least
they
he
just
used it.
slam.
Except oh wait, can Sovellias see him?
Yep, Sovellias can.
Does Sovellias counterspell the shield?
He's saving it probably.
Hold on. Am I far enough? I'm
No,
like...
yeah, you can.
Okay. I thought I was like 1 square... No. Oh yeah. I was 1 square closer, not 1 square away. So yes, I will counterspell the shield.
Yes.
Yeah. All
So
right.
the Ribbiton's eyes go wide and he puts up the shield and he
I'm
thinks
just like,
he's
huh.
safe. And he thinks he's safe, and as the 7 separate missiles go winding around, the shield gets shattered at the last second. He's like, oh no, and it
It's so good. Oh god, okay.
You also make a concentration saving throw.
Hang on. How do I math? Plus, it's 70.
74
right? Yeah,
plus
okay.
7.
So that brings a total to 31 points of force damage.
Woo! That is almost max.
It sure is. I had all 4s and 3s.
Hot.
So those slam into, and you see it kind of falters a little bit, and the whirlwind fades.
Yes! That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then I'm going to give myself 10 points of healing.
We apologize to everyone wearing headphones.
Sorry. Ooh. Right, let's just double check. Yeah, I'm the most hurt of the lot of us. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself oh yeah, it's maxed and that would be my max. No, then instead, actually what I'm going to do is with my bonus action, I'm going to throw an inspiration to Justice.
Thank you. Inspired.
Okay. The gunners keep dragging the colonel. You can see there are citizens. I'm not loading the map with tokens, but there are people trying to usher out of the thing. And what the gunners swing around here with the colonel, kind of moving in unison, and they blow out this window even more up here, up top, and they are escorting citizens in. And one of them takes a pot shot at the Horned Devil. Does hit, and we'll do 2d12, excuse me. Damage. 10, 13 points of damage. Firing the rifle over at the Horned Devil. The Horned Devil attempts to whiz out of the way, but gets struck on the shoulder and kind of spins a little bit. And you can see them all start to move out of the way.
Real quick question. With my movement, would I be able to not really move from where I am, but basically duck down and get some cover?
You can get cover. You have cover from certain angles there.
Perfect. Yeah, because I'm small and I'm on that pew, so.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Justice, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna clack my zip zap. Sorry, not my zip zap. I'm gonna clack my storm jumper boots together. And I'm going to teleport 90 feet over next to Nindra. So then the Korugun needs to make me a dexterity saving throw, and Nindra needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Is it 30 feet radius?
30 feet radius.
Okay.
It's from where you end, I believe.
It's from where you vanish. So they both have magical resistance. 10. Ooh, these rolls. Okay. Oh, that is not a thing I can do here. 17 for the devil.
Makes it.
19 for Nindra.
Both make it.
Yep, so they both make it.
That's fine.
And the Abyss Eye, I think, needs to go and makes it as well.
Wow. Okay. I appear in a space next to her, and then I'm gonna slash forward with the Shadow Blade. Not great on the first attack roll. That is only, man, that's like a 12. I have it. And is the inspiration a D8 or a D10 right now?
D10.
A 12. I'm gonna save it. 12 misses, I'm guessing.
Sure does.
Okay, second attack. Much better. 15 plus 8, 23 to hit.
Hits.
Perfect. I don't think there's anything that gives me sneak attack on her. So that is 6 plus 1 plus 4. So 7, that's 11 points of damage. Stunning strike.
11.
Yep. 11 psychic.
Thank you. Stunning strike. No advantage because it's technically not magical, even though whatever, it totally is. 15.
Oh, 15. It just makes it. Can I use my inspiration to reduce your save?
Not a thing.
I know. And then I think I'm just going to keep pressing the attack on her. So I'm just going to use. I guess I'm going to use Flurry of Blows on her.
Go ahead. That's one key point.
17. Yep. I'm pretty spent on key points actually. Spent 4 in the first turn.
Life.
Yep. So that is a 20. It's higher than the last attack.
Hits.
Alrighty, and this is unarmed, so it is.
Oh.
What's this? Get out of here, you. Okay, that's better. Alright, so 11, 16, 17, 18, 19 plus 4, 23 points of damage. Do you need to know types?
Just please, yeah.
So 11 plus 4, 15 of that is like my punch is physical.
Yeah.
5 points is necrotic. 3 points is the lightning damage.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
That is a fail. She will use 1 legendary resistance to resist the effect.
Ah!
slam her in the gut, and she tightens. I will not be brought down by the likes of you.
And my last punch on her.
Kind of cock that one back and come throwing it.
Yeah, exactly. That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Good deal. Oh, that was a good roll. So 12. So 12 plus 4, 16 points of physical damage, 1 point of necrotic damage, 2 points of lightning damage.
You should be good now on the damage types. You're good.
All right.
She's bloodied.
That's my turn, and I'm just going to kind of put my hand and I'm going to do this to her.
Her look definitely stiffens. Oh God.
I forgot to mention I rolled real high on my concentration check.
Thanks for making them, Selena.
Alrighty. So I am invisible.
You are.
I am gonna go ahead and primal savagery the guy right in front of me.
Make a spell attack. You do not have advantage because they do have blind sight.
Okay.
Oh no, actually no. Excuse me. The Abyssai does actually not have blind sight. They have devil sight. That's right. And it's not the invisible seeing kind. So you're good. You have advantage on the attack roll.
Perfect. And then this will be acid damage instead of anything else. That's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit. Just hits.
Okay, and just make sure there's no riders.
They didn't.
That's 3d10 acid damage.
It is. And you're good on that damage type. No resistances. Oh God, y'all.
This is so much.
This is the first wave.
9 points of acid.
Because Indra just got bloodied. 9. So you rolled your 3 dice.
I did.
Okay. So you strike out, taking on a bestial, well, actually probably a draconic-like form for a moment. This kind of claw raking across their body, striking them with acid damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your action?
That is my action. Oh, I should have done this the other way around. Crap. Oh well. It is what it is now. That's all I've got. I'm going to stay where I'm at. Because if I move away, I'll give them an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Even though I'm invisible.
They'll have disadvantage, but yes.
I know. I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay.
No.
Right.
So you see the crowd. Brother Thomas, while he says, please, come into the bubble. You can't get free enough. And you see the crowd does huddle in that bubble. You see him rush in rather than try to escape. A couple of them run. You can see there's a bit of a mad dash. A couple of them do run for the window. And while Brother Thomas is crying out to them, please run into the bubble. And they are allowed to come in. But some of them do make for where the colonel is.
Not good.
On initiative count 20, because Ninja is bloodied.
Oh boy.
You hear this kind of spatial disturbance.
Not liking it.
As
why?
a spell not seen since the Elven Wars, cast by Federico Amastasia himself over 200 years ago, is conjured for the first time in this land in over 200 years. Calling from the very distant void, 4 meteors enter the space, being cast as a lair action. I need you to all make dexterity saving throws.
Thank the gods.
As a meteor swarm.
Here's your fire, Justice.
As a meteor swarm enters the space.
Oh my god.
Well.
Sovellias.
Well, that's that. 12.
You take 66 points of fire damage and 66 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
I'm down because I used my reaction, so I can't use absorb elements.
So the meteor slams in you and you scatter. So, Selena.
That was a natural 20 for the night. That's 20.
Fuck.
33 points of fire and 33 points of magical bludgeoning.
I'm going to go ahead and make that 33 16, and I'm gonna absorb elements.
Before we go further in damage, can I just cutting words this?
Yeah, you have your reaction. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then you can re-dish out whatever it's going to be. 8.
8, so I'll do 4 and 4, so 62, 62. 62 points of fire, 62 points of magical bludgeoning. Then it's half to 31 and 31 for you, Selena, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Justice.
23.
You make it, you take 0, my man.
I just kind of dive under the arched window as it starts to come down.
Gilly.
I used luck. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
27.
Okay, you take 31 points of magical bludgeoning and 31 points of fire damage as a meteor swarm crashes in. You see it slam into the wall of force and completely destroy the church.
It's super bad. So how do I do my concentration check for this? Two separate checks?
Nope.
Just
Nope.
one check?
Yep, the DC is, I don't think you can make it. You saved, so you took 60 damage, so the DC is 30.
Yeah, I can't make that.
Beacon of Hope fades.
Unless I roll real high and I use my inspiration as an inspiration.
Yes.
You could.
Would you like to do that?
That's a ooh, it's a big if. No. It's a huge if. It's a huge if.
Okay. Merlin, your deck save. I don't think you can make it, but go ahead. What'd you get?
So I got a 14, but I'm resistant to fire.
You are.
Oh.
So you're going to take 66 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 31 points of magical fire damage.
I'm out.
Hey, Matthew.
Yes.
Fuck.
Can I save a little bit of that in my hands?
You don't take any of the damage. You can't do it.
Too bad. Just put one
You can
hand.
take the damage if you want.
No, thanks.
And you see as the meteors slam in, you hear a oh sound from the invisible field over there. But the Korgoon, you see it slam away and just kind of pepper your side. And it smashes on the northern side, catching the wall of force. Yeah, they can avoid the Korgoon, they can avoid the Ribbiton. They can't avoid the Izora, though. The Abyssine. They do not make it.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. See it slam into the Abyssine and they take quite a bit of damage. Was anyone else concentrating on anything? Oh, Sovellias, you were. Your invisibility
I'm no
drops.
long. Yeah, I've got that.
Okay. You see the Abyssine become very, very bloodied, and you hear a cackle of draconic laughter fill the room. You're in my domain.
Not great.
No. Okay. On initiative count 13, Nindra. Oh, where did I save this?
Oh.
Well, I'll use this one, I guess. Nindra looks at you and she says to you, Justice, she says, so, you wanna spar, do you? You wanna melee? And she uses both of her wild shapes to transform into a young green dragon.
Yes. Not a spell.
Welcome to Ghost in the Machine, Eli.
Gaining the hit points. 72, okay.
Fuck.
Her animality.
Standing over you with a wicked sneer.
I was not prepared for that.
No.
Should have dodged.
That was her bonus action. She is not a druid of the land. And she's going to use her action to make some attacks at you. Oh, they don't have advantage. 18 to hit.
Miss.
25 to hit.
Hits.
And then real bad on the last one. So she swings a claw, and then as you're bent down, she slams onto you with a bite. You are going to take 12 points of piercing damage and 26 points of poison damage. Oh, wait. I need to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry, against poison.
Okay. I have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
With my amulet, that would be a 23. 18 plus 5.
Take 13. So you take 12 points of piercing and 13 points of poison damage.
So 6 points of poison because it's halved.
Yeah, you're resistant. And you are grappled. And they are going to pull you out of the church and fly up 40 feet with you. Half their speed.
I can show you the world.
So you are now pulled out and up.
Is the turn order gone?
I'll bring it back up when I got some room on my screen.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Is that half their speed? That 80?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
god. Or 40.
They fly up into the air with you. Grip. You. That was their action. That was a bonus action. You can't do anything else. You have the reaction back.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Merlin, you are unconscious, and you make me a death saving throw.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, it's really bad. That's a fail.
Is it a 1 or?
It's a 3.
Oh god.
You have 1 failed death saving throw.
All right, it's okay. We're good.
Brother Thomas holds on to his banishment spell. And then with his bonus action, he's going to cast Mass Healing Word, which can go through the spell because it only obstructs physical passage. Whatever the hell that means, Wizards of the Coast. Whatever the hell that means. Looking up how walls work. That was my day today. There is no technical term. There's no general rule governing walls, folks.
It's real not ideal.
8 plus 5. He rolled max. Holy shit. So he's gonna cast it at 4th level, and everyone heals 13.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I love my D&D, but some things when I'm spending 3 hours looking up the definition of wall, swear to God.
What's the range
I'm
on
so
that mass
sorry.
healing word?
60 feet. You're not. Yeah, not you, Justice.
Well, you
Does it
didn't take that damage, so you're fine.
Oh wait, that was just my 10 hit points. Actually, I have no damage to save to heal yet.
This is why I throw everything at you, little assholes. Okay, that was Brother Thomas's turn. Sovellias, you're on deck, and then it's NPCs. Sovellias, it's your turn. You are back at 13 hit points. Or you were unconscious? You're at 13.
I was unconscious. I'm at 13 hit points. My concentration's down. My blade song's down, so I'm going to bring my blade song back up as my bonus action, and then I will. Oh boy. Probably Thunder Step away with Selena. So yeah, I'll Thunder Step away with Selena. If Selena wants to come.
Thunder.
Oh, yeah. We're good.
It's like, please leave.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Time to go.
All
Let's go.
Izora needs to make a con save, DC 17.
They do have resistance because they're magically resistant. This dice! I cannot roll for shit. 14.
Yeah, that fails. 16, 11. They'll take 19 points of thunder damage.
They're so injured.
And then I will.
Stab them all.
Yeah, I'm
Were you-
going to.
you
Actually,
gonna-
I'll use obliterating departure because there's nobody there and I can't hurt the spiritual weapon.
Roll
There it
4d6.
Or
Or
what was it?
3d6, sorry.
3d6, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll also make my attack, my free attack from teleporting before I leave the space.
Okay.
If they're still up after this.
Yeah.
5, 9, and 11 points of piercing.
They're still up.
All right, then my attack.
Add advantage.
Add advantage. Oh my god, a 1 on my first dice and a 2 on my second dice.
You miss. So you channel the energy of the thunder step through the blade of the vizier, and there's all of a sudden there's more than one. Did something happen?
We're getting raided.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you,
woo.
Chimera.
Thank
We're-
you. Oh.
Thanks.
If you can believe it, we're in the middle of a really crazy fight. If you can imagine that.
On this show, who would have thought?
Yeah, thank you so much. So what
I'm
happens
gonna
is you
die.
handle the spell. You split in two, and you were displaced. And there are now two Sovelliases, and one of them swipes at the dragon, but they're able to kind of see through it, and it just scrapes across their armor. And then you teleport away, and there's a blast of thunder followed by a blast of force. But they are hanging on by a thread. A thread. Move you and Selena.
Right into the wall of force, probably. I can.
Okay.
It's still up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They didn't
Okay,
take
yeah.
any damage.
So Selena, move within 5 feet of me, wherever you want to be.
Fine.
Okay.
Alrighty. Following, it's going to be a couple NPCs, and then it'll be the top of the round with Gilly. So, hang tight, folks. From an invisibility, position of invisibility, they're going to fire a gun, and as they do at you, Gilly, they're going to say, "Your presence is requested by the Supreme Pontifex of the Sulfuric Council.
There it is.
You have left him waiting." It's a
There
natural
it is.
20.
Oh no.
I rolled
Luck.
a 1. I rolled a 1 and a 20.
Using luck.
Yes. Because you don't have to see him or anything.
Nope, sure don't. And it's not an action at all, so.
It's
Did
either
you roll
really good or
another
really
one?
bad.
Natural 1.
Yes!
Sorry for headphone users.
So he fires another blast, and it goes searing over, and he's like, "For the love of God!" And then he is going to use his second attack, since that one fucking faltered, and he needs to get the frickin' job done here, but he can't do that. So you see from his hilt, he throws the Bowie knife, but he's now visible. From his hip, rather. So he's now visible, so it's just a straight roll. Well, it's 17 to hit.
Shit.
Rolled low, but he's got a good attack bonus.
Yeah, I don't have my reaction back yet. Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Damn.
You take 11 points of magical slashing damage, double checking, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
This asshole.
It's not great.
This asshole.
You got a really good charisma, though.
I sure do. How's the 27?
Yeah, you can start to feel yourself being pulled away and pushed not to the Feywild, but to hell.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
to-
Had a
to-
feeling.
And you get popped back as he casts like a modified banishing smite with throwing his dagger.
Yeah, not great.
But you're
I thought about planar binding myself to the somewhere today, but I didn't do it.
Yep, but you're fine. Adretha Jean's turn. She is going to use her bonus action to move the spiritual weapon, the hard light kind of weapon that she's formed over here. 5, 10, 15. Oh, 5, 10, 15. It's only 20 feet. It's as far as she can get it. You're hurt, right, Sovellias?
Yeah, I'm at like 13 HP.
Okay, well,
I'm
She's
not
gonna-
far behind.
she's gonna walk up to you and she says, I'm not a cleric. I can heal you, but it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna look right.
That's fine. Do whatever you need to do.
Okay. She's gonna cast imperfect reconstruction on your hand, on your body. You're gonna heal.
Oh, I don't even know what that does. It sounds good.
Oh!
It's a dark matter spell, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's called slightly something different, but yeah, that is what she's casting.
Yeah.
Good rolls. 6, 12, 17, almost max. 20. You healed for 22 points of damage.
Wow.
However, your body heals imperfectly, and you are left heavily scarred and disfigured from those wounds.
Perfect.
There's like a compression on your chest that doesn't quite leave, and your face is kind of misaligned slightly.
Eesh.
Perfect. To get that
Wow.
fixed later.
Oh.
Mr. Kribitz's turn. He's like, these are some confounding enemies we have. Recalculating, recalibrating. Okay,
I love Mr. Cribbits.
Yeah.
Do we have to kill him?
Okay. Let me double check something on his spells. He gets plenty of range. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't know. Well, he has plain vision. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Really quick question. I'm sorry, but did I have enough cover from that attack that it would have missed me?
What attack?
From the demon that tried to banish me.
No, you didn't have any cover. He's right there. Oh, from your thing?
Yeah.
Well, he got a 17. It's too late.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. What is my bonus with cover right now?
It's +2.
Okay, so it still would have hit me. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Cribbits gets like a wicked smile on his eye, and then he is going to back up out of the church, 5'10", out of vision. And then you're going to see a chain lightning slam into the Izora and then bounce off to Gilly and Merlin. Gilly and Merlin, it kills the Abyss Eye. And Gilly and Merlin, I need you to make dexterity saving throws. Merlin, I believe you are going to auto fail. I don't know how to. We'll just make it anyway. See if you succeed. You're unconscious. I don't know how. I don't know.
Like he got up from the.
I got it. Yeah.
From the healing.
I'm just
Make
prone.
a dexterity saving throw.
Does me being prone affect that at all, or no?
It does not.
Okay.
People think it does, but it does not.
Okay, that's a natural 19.
Come on.
That's a -1, so 18.
18 makes it.
Okay.
19.
Oh, wrong fucking thing.
No.
So he's gonna be able to do that. Oh, it's 6th level, so he can't quite
So
do it.
nervy.
Whoo! And he's gonna roll. Oh, roll the same thing. 45. So you both make it, it sounded like. So you're gonna take 27 points of lightning damage.
I'm down.
I'm out.
Chain lightning blasts and murders the Abyss Eye, and you see its parts just separate and slam into the wall of force, and then the lightning rebounds
What
off
did
of
that
them.
just do? Hang on.
The Orthon, who would have went invisible after using multi-attack, is gonna. You just hear them say, "Oh, good, that makes things easier." Okay. Mr. Cribbits, it's the Korangon's turn. Korangon looks around and only sees, Korangon can't do shit. Korangon doesn't have any kind of ability to dispel. You kind of see it look around. Looks at you all. That are hiding in the wall of force. You see it has like this little bit of a pooch. It kind of gently pats its little pooch. It's gonna fly over to Gilly. And you hear Orton say, "Hey, that's mine." And they're gonna pick up Gilly. And then they are going to stay. They're basically gonna stay. Well, they're gonna move 5 feet up, and Gilly, you're gonna move 5 feet up with them. They're gonna fly 5 feet up. Yeah. On initiative count 1, the Colonel. Colonel gets up. He goes, "Yeah, I can't whistle," but he blows a massive whistle, and you hear like the trees scatter. He says, "Come on now, let's rally." That's his turn. Gilly, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Yeah, you sure do. No, not that one. Fuck. Okay. Reroll once. Reroll once. Reroll once. Okay. It's an 11.
You have a success.
Oh God.
All right, the gunmen and them, they are going to come back in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the other one will escort the colonel off the map. And they take 2 shots at the Horn Devil. And one of them has advantage. That will hit. 13, 15 points of magical piercing damage from the gun, and then the second one does not have advantage. Still hits. For 16 points of magical piercing damage. They fire these 2 shots, bam, 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 at the Horn Devil, and they strike into its form, doing full damage. Justice, on initiative count 20, you are 40 feet up in the air with a young green dragon sorceress.
Let's see, nothing to give me advantage on attacks. I'm in bright light, right?
You sure are. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to use my first action to try to use acrobatics to escape its grapple.
Okay. You're not just teleporting to the ground? Oh, you're not in moonlight.
Correct. Natural 20 on the roll, so that's a 28 on the acrobatics check.
You do make it. Well, actually, hold on. It's a contested roll. You make it.
And then bonus action disengage.
Okay.
So I'm going to fall away from it.
Yeah. Use your reaction to slow your falling speed.
Yep.
Okay.
And so just, hit the ground.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look over, and I'm just going to dart into the building. And, I'm just probably straight down. 5, 10, 15, 20. I haven't moved yet. I haven't used my move action.
Falling eats up some of your move.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've moved 40 feet.
Okay. 5, 10, 15.
Because it's about time more than movement.
Okay. I'm here. I don't know if I can even... That was my bonus action to disengage. That was my move action. I used one action to do that thing. I'm gonna... cancels out disadvantage. I'm gonna chuck the Shadow Blade straight roll at the Korrigan.
I'll say you're in dim light.
Thanks.
Because they did summon up a bit of a storm and it hasn't dispersed yet.
Got it.
So now that you're just halfway in the door.
Got it. And so that is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And it is next to a couple people.
I believe they're both unconscious, so
Dang.
yeah, doesn't really.
So no advantage, or no sneak attack then. That is 8 plus 4 is 12 points of damage.
Psychic, yeah.
Psychic damage.
Strikes into the Horn Devil, blasting them a little bit.
That's my turn.
Okay. Whew. Selena, you are in the Wall of Force. You have some hit points restored. What would you like to do? Can't hear you.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and do 60 feet of Aura Vitality.
Okay.
And then that is my action. Then as my bonus action, I'm going to get Merlin up with 2d6.
Okay.
That's 6 points of healing. And then I will yell out, keep Gilly from leaving. And I'm going to stay where I'm at. So it's my action, my bonus action, because Aura Vitality doesn't let me heal somebody as part of the action of casting it, correct? It's casting it and then using a bonus action to heal.
Believe yes, yep.
Okay, because that means I can't use healing word to...
Yep, that's exactly how that works.
Okay, then yeah, that's what I'll do. So Merlin, you have 6 points of healing.
Thank you.
That's my turn.
Okay. Jimbo is going to remain hiding. Merlin, it's your turn. You see a horned devil starting to fly away with Gilly O'Shea. You're prone. Your hubby is safe inside a wall of force. What do you wish to do?
Quick logistics question.
Yeah.
If I banish someone who's carrying someone else,
Gilly will fall and take 1 death saving throw.
oh god, can I like be ready to catch her or something? I don't know. Oh god, this is bad.
Here's what you can do.
Okay.
You can modify the terms of the spell here in Ghost in the Machine, but you will likely take damage and go unconscious if you do.
Okay, let's try this.
Would you like to modify the terms of the spell?
No, I think I'm gonna do something else
Okay.
first. So first things first, at 5th level, I'm gonna cast Mask Cure Wounds
There it is.
Yes.
on myself and what's the range?
You
60
get everyone. It's a 60-foot radius. You get everyone
Okay.
you want. Yep.
So 3d8 plus 5.
Yep.
Just gonna reroll one of these. 8.
Your spiritual weapon is not
10.
concentration, so it's still up.
Good to know. 10 plus 5 is 15. Everyone gets 15 hit points.
Nice.
My spiritual weapon. Let me make sure that can move. Yep, it can get right up there.
It can, and they're 5 feet up, so you just get there.
Okay, I cannot move it, but it's gonna attack.
Oh, sorry. It was impromptu.
It's okay. It's gonna attack that thing.
Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Come on. Natural 18 plus 9, so
Definitely hits. Definitely hits.
Damage on a spiritual weapon. I'm sorry.
It's okay. 1d8 plus wisdom modifier, force damage.
9 points of force damage to that guy.
Slams into them.
And I stand up with my movement.
And
yeah.
you get yourself with that Mask Cure Wounds, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Yep.
Okay,
So you
it
stand up and you conjure this massive force of evocation energy, slamming it into the ground, and it just goes everywhere, flooding the area. It passes under the wall of force and gets everyone, healing everyone, all of your allies within a 60-foot radius, which is just about everybody. And and then you bring your spiritual weapon in the same move with your hand. You kind of point with your hammer actually at the horned devil, and it cracks them in the face, the magical force energy. Is that your turn? Did you want to move?
I'm going to stand right there because I don't want to invoke an attack of opportunity, but I will shout, is there anyone else that I need to be worried about coming into here? Do you have any other enemies?
Yes.
We're too far away for the crack. I say weakly.
I mean, he's pretty big. We're close to the shore.
Water starts to...
Oh, no.
No.
Anyway, Merlin, that's a great turn. Brother Thomas's turn. He has to stay concentrated on that, but he can still throw out some healing. He is going to cast... It's so weird. Wall of Force is so weird. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. He's going to cast Mass Cure Wounds. All the chips are down. He's going to cast it at 5th level. No. He's gonna go over to you, Sovellias. You're fine. He's gonna go over to you, Sovellias. He's gonna, I appreciate you trying, but let the experts. And he's gonna touch you on the chest and cast Heal, and heal you for 70 hit points. And you see the imperfect reconstruction move away. Actually, you know what? All the chips are down. He is going to use 6 sorcery points to twin that, and get you and Selena. You both heal for 70 hit points.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
You're cured of any diseases, poisons, paralysis, any conditions.
Void creatures in my spine.
Well, let's be thankful.
Thing on that egg that Selena's carrying. I'm kidding.
I've been poisoned by my constituents.
So that's their only 6th level slot down, and that is 6 sorcery points.
Wow.
Things that they don't have anymore.
Sure don't.
Yeah.
Twinning banishment and twinning heal. Oof.
Yeah.
Some power moves right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Brother Thomas ain't no slouch.
Yeah. So yeah, he does that. And he just kind of breathes heavily. It's not the Punisher's turn because guess what? She is banished. Sovellias, it's your turn.
All right. With that, that slightly changes what I'm gonna do, but not really, because that devil is still, or demon is still carrying Gilly off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will. Oh, I gotta have my movement on. I will move myself to about there, actually a step forward, and I will cast Scatter on the Corrigan, Gilly, Merlin, and 3. I don't think I can get anyone else that isn't already in the Wall of Force.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't see the other guy.
Wiz
so-
save?
Yep, I believe so. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
They have
Yep.
advantage.
17.
Hot.
16.
They
Ah!
fail.
Nice.
They fail.
Cannot roll to save my life.
So if Gilly and Marilyn decide to fail the
allow it.
save, okay,
Mhm.
you can teleport anywhere within 120 feet of where you're at now, or of me, I guess.
Help!
Catch me in that force wall.
Hold me in your arms, Sovellias.
And then where are you teleporting the Corrigan?
Ooh.
Cordugon. Ooh, this
Let's-
fight. It's not even.
Fight
Ah,
is
God.
so much.
Let's send him down by Mr. Cribbits.
Okay.
And then I am going to also send myself down by Mr. Cribbits.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Ballsy, I like it.
And then I will, I'll make an attack against him.
Nice. Yeah, with advantage. You
So,
displace your
right
beast
there.
card, it comes up. Yep, perfect.
Yep.
Oh, he goes, oh no, it's the legendary Sword Sage.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah. There it is. There's the
Mhm.
turn we needed.
Yep.
Matt.
However,
Oh.
upon receiving a critical strike, I'm sorry to take it from you.
It's okay.
A contingency spell goes off, and he goes invisible. So I need you to roll again and take the lower of the 2 rolls.
Motherfucker.
He's a hitman for hire. This is what they're good
Miss.
at.
Miss.
Yep. And he's now concentrating on that. So yeah, he just goes invisible.
Perfect.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. I still got over there. I still have Displacer Beast Scout up.
Yeah.
I have like a
And everyone's
professional
safe within the
respect for
forced
Mr.
wall.
Cribbits.
Fucking contingency. Fuck. I love that spell, but my god, I hate it when
It's
it's
so
used
good.
against us.
Okay,
I think that's the
so
first time.
That's it. That's my turn.
Orthon, yep, Orthon's turn. Orthon is still invisible. How would he like to do this? He 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He is going to fire a disintegration beam at the wall of force, and it goes down.
Oh, it's a gun. It's not a spell.
Yeah, it's not a spell he's casting.
There's it's not worth like a cutting words on that, is it?
There's no save, it's just disintegration knocks down wall of force.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
See if I can. And it fades, and that's what his and he recharged his banishing dagger, so he's gonna toss it at you, Gilly. I'm so sorry. But it's only a straight roll. You do not have cover from the altar.
Would
It's
I never mind.
One second. It's an 18 to hit.
Touching words.
Oh,
Guess what? I got exactly the 4 that I needed.
Oh my gosh.
nice. So
exactly, like no room for error.
it goes wide and strikes that candle behind you, and you see the candle blip away. And he catches his
God.
dagger as it returns. The gunners did go. The gunners definitely went. But yes, because I've added a new pog, I have to keep her initiative. So I will put her in. Alrighty. Orton. So many things. That is his multi-attack. He says, okay, this is a lot harder of a job. And you can see he's pretty injured. He took a meteor storm. And he's going to use a bonus action to go invisible. And he's going to move a little. You see him move down. 5, 10. He's in between those two pews. He's kind of here. And then because we forgot her, Sindrissel will fly in.
Oh, hello.
And she's gonna land there outside. That's 40 feet down. This is hard. She does not like you, Justice.
Feeling is mutual.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's going to land, and she is going to invoke a spell. She's going to cast Wall of Thorns. I would say she cast it just from the sky since she doesn't need to see where she needs to be in. Let me grab something here. So I don't think anyone can see her. So, did that get brought in?
Yeah, it's just over the middle.
Okay. So she's going to bring this in. She's going to send it. She's trying to get you. There we go. Yeah, but can't quite get everyone. So she's actually going to keep it on you, buddy. I need to make a dexterity saving throw. So a wall of thorns just comes burrowing in through the cathedral.
That is a 21 second. I think it's a +9. 23.
You make it. You take
+9.
0 damage. You're not caught. You're not caught in the wall, but it's still difficult. It's like still extra difficult terrain for you.
Oh my gods.
Yeah.
14 +9.
Ooh. So that was her turn at 14, and then we'll come back to her.
Jesus.
And I don't think I had line of sight to her, right?
You also just used your reaction.
Sure did. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Orton went Korrigan's turn. He says, "Oh, he's all the way down there. God damn it." He says, "This is so much work." He is going to move away from you, Sovellias, provoking an attack of opportunity.
I will, and with Warcaster, I will use my attack of opportunity to cast Booming Blade on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whack.
17 on the dice, plus 8.
Definitely hits.
Yeah. Give me a sec. Let me pull up the 2d8. Plus 5, 9, 10, 13 points of piercing and thunder damage on the first hit. And then when he moves, he will take another 3d8.
Okay, go ahead.
Which is 17 points of thunder damage. I rolled real high.
So you see the consecutive booms of thunder, and he kind of gets rocked a little bit and slows down. And he keeps flying away, 5, 10, 15. I mean, I don't know why he really has to move, but he's gonna. And then you see... Oh, he actually can't see that anymore.
Haha!
1 second. Oh, he doesn't have to see it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He throws a fireball, not a bolt of fire, but a fireball, and shoots it over near all of you.
Counterspell.
You just use your
Oh,
reaction.
that's right. Sorry.
So he flies away and he looks back at you. He's like, "Say goodbye to your friends," and he throws a fireball over there. I need everyone, including Jimbo, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do we have any cover from the Wall of Thorns?
You sure do. You all get a plus. No, fireball ignores cover.
What about me? Am I
Those
in
are
the
on corners.
You are not, Justice.
I just get to watch all my friends get barbecued.
Merlin. What's your
12.
Okay, you take 28 points of fire damage, but you're resistant.
I'm unconscious. Oh, wait. Okay, so 14 only?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Gilly.
Not unconscious.
Iffy, it's 18.
18, that's an excellent question. You make it, so you take 14 points of fire damage.
I'm up by 1.
Brother Thomas and Adretha Jean. Adretha Jean couldn't see it.
Got him up by 1.
Okay, and then Jimbo. Poor Jimbo. He's non-combatant. He actually makes it. He's up.
I was about to say.
Jimbo's up. Jimbo's up.
Tucks and
But
rolls
not
to
kill
the
my
window.
husband.
He does have death ward on, thankfully.
Correct, he
That
does.
does.
He could. And you can always just X card killing your husband. I'm not gonna freaking murder your freaking husband.
Give
You'll
me
go on.
motivation.
Well, okay, all right. Well, it's your story. You tell it. So yeah, the fireball explodes, and Jimbo like ducks, and you can see he's hanging on by a thread. He has 1 hit point.
Hey, Snamesies.
Can I like yell as a reaction?
Sure. Well, you can just yell. Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell at him, "Get out of here now!"
Yeah. Oh, okay. The colonel on initiative count 1, you hear him hollering and shouting off from the distance. Gilly, it's your turn.
Did you need me or Brother Thomas to also make checks?
I made Brother Thomas's checks. Lena, did you make a dexterity
I-
saving throw?
14.
You fail. You take 28 points of fire damage.
I'll go ahead and absorb elements. 14 points of fire damage, and I kept concentration on aura vitality.
Yeah. Luckily, Brother Thomas kept concentration as well. Vanish. He says, "This is really, really bad." Gilly, it's your turn.
Huh. So,
I don't know why they keep getting switched up.
I sure didn't actually mark that I had done that. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put as an action. People are spread out still a little bit. We have cover a little. I'm gonna put up 5th level arm of Agathis as an action.
Okay.
Say, why'd you have to be so cold? And I have 25 points of temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my bonus action, I will fucking do something. I'm gonna healing word. Let's see.
Whew, look at those health totals.
They're real bad. They're real bad. I'm gonna healing word Merlin. You get 9 points of healing.
Merlin is grateful. Oh God.
Okay, there we are. That's the thing. We did the thing.
Okay.
And then with my movement, I'm gonna try to get cover behind this freaking altar or something.
You do have cover, +2 to armor class around whenever something intersects with that, you know. But armor class and dex saves. Okay, Justice, it's your turn.
So there was that invisible guy, but I don't think he tried to hide. I kind of saw where he went.
Yeah, you know where he is. He's roughly here.
I'm going to teleport into the square adjacent to him.
Okay, and you can feel his large. He's definitely heavy. He's a chubby guy, but he is also thick with muscle. You could just feel it's firm behind a comfortable bare layer of fat. He's
He's
literally
a
like
thick
a
daddy.
bear demon, yeah.
Got it. So I do not have advantage
That's fair.
because of the teleport, but I also don't have disadvantage. So
Yeah,
it's a
straight roll.
That is a 20. What's 15 plus 8?
Yeah, it hits.
23.
Yep.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
No sneak attack, I don't believe, because 11 plus 4 is 15 points of psychic.
Okay, 15 points.
Am I missing something?
No, you're fine. I'm just
Okay.
chuckling to myself.
All right. Second attack.
Yep.
Do I want to stunning strike on that guy?
He's a thick daddy. He's a buff baby. He can dance like a man. 28.
Fuck him. He makes it. Sneak attack. Or not second attack. That is not quite as good. That is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
8 plus 4, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. He's still up. He is very injured.
And that was my bonus action. That was my attack. That's what I'm gonna do.
You strike into him. Poof, 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 and you can hear him. Oh! He's like, hey, could you? I'm just trying to do a job here.
Perhaps you could hold off on your job, and we could speak after.
Roll a persuasion check.
19.
Okay, you hold off with the kill, and I'll hold off with the capturing.
I will not kill you if you do not attempt to capture us.
Yeah, all right. And you see the invisibility field extend to you, Justice.
Oh.
On initiative count 21, the two gunners they see the wall of thorns, and they're like, and they look back and see they're like there's no good angle. And Gunner, not Deadeye, is going to say it's worth a shot, and you see him chuck something up midair.
This is great.
Oh, that's cocked.
Frag out.
No. You see a blast of a grenade of dispel magic go off and shake the wall of thorns, but it just doesn't work. Justice, did you have any magical? You have haste riding you, right?
I'm not hasted. I just have my dagger.
Shadow dagger. Okay. I'm gonna see if they dispel it. Well, it's automatic. They dispel it. So sorry. They didn't intentionally do it, but they had to find a position and not nuke everyone behind them. So your shadow dagger gets dispelled.
Okay. So it counts as a spell for that kind of thing?
Oh, it's definitely a spell, yeah.
Okay.
Your key points allow you to cast the spell.
Understood.
And then Deadeye, well, I guess they'll both move. Because they do not want to go through that wall of thorns. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll say they can kind of end up here. We'll try to move around. Selena, initiative count 21.
Okay, so as my bonus action, I will go ahead and heal Merlin for 2d6, which will give him 8 points of healing for Merlin, knowing that Gilly is safely behind a wall of thorns. And then I will move over to around the wall of thorns, because as much as I can go through it, I don't even want to fight with the damage. I'm just gonna, as long as all of like the parishioners have fled, which we've been at this a while, so I'm assuming they have as much as possible.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely no parishioners down there. So you're gonna lob it to hit who though? Like the
Corrigan.
Okay.
So that's who I can see.
Okay.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I can see that Justice is fighting with somebody, but I saw him go invisible. So
Yep.
He'll be safe enough.
Okay, so the fireball goes off, and you see he is immune to fire. Washes over his form.
Oh fuck me, Christ! I thought he's a devil, not a demon, right?
Devils are the ones who are more commonly immune to fire.
Oh,
Demons are more
Christ
commonly immune to
almighty.
necrotic.
Well, that was a waste. Shit.
It's your action. That's your bonus action. That's your move. You good?
Yeah, if we're gonna let the fireball stand, that's what it is.
Okay. Jimbo on initiative count 20 is going to dash out of there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's off the map. He says, he says, I love you. Please don't die. And he runs away. Nindra's turn. Sorry, I said Sindrissa earlier. It's still Nindra. They are going to they want to let the wall of thorns stand. So they're going to go over here. Crash in through here. So they fly around the other side. Oh, but then they can't see anything. Tricky spells. Tricky. Yeah, whatever. So they're going to, they're going to come in through here. That's 40 feet. So they fly in. They sniff around, and they just look at you, Justice, and they say, there you are. Because they have blind sight. As has been covered many times.
Like they do.
Fucking.
God
Goddamn.
They are going to go ahead and cast a spell, actually, letting the wall of thorns drop, because they just don't like this whole thing.
Would I be able to see the casting, or would the wall of thorns block it?
In order for the wall of thorns to drop, they have to start casting the spell. The wall of thorns would drop. I'm gonna say it does drop immediately, but it is the casting that drops it. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, it sure is. How do you imagine it works?
Yeah. The casting of the spell is the thing that drops it. It's not an interrupt, but it's immediate. This feels more like something that happens after the thing. But I think by the rules, you can see her. So I guess we'll see how this works. We'll say that it immediately drops and you can just see her casting the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Do you want me to make like a check to see how quickly I can act, or?
No, I don't like doing that.
Okay.
I believe that is how the rules work, so. Oh, no. Actually, no. Because the thing that we do with invisibility is if you're using basic invisibility to cast or something, that helps you. So this would still help in it. That's more consistent.
Okay.
There we go. That feels better. Okay. So yeah, the wall drops and the spell goes off. Keeping track of the time. Oh my God, this battle.
It's so much.
Not even the boss. Hello?
Correct. It's not even the ancient dragon. This is... Oof.
I was watching too much Critical Role. Yeah, that's not as much as they were hoping for. Yeah, they're gonna cast Insect Plague right there. This kind of buzzing of insects radiates, and you and that demon, you need to make Constitution saving throws. Justice, and Orthondu.
Not my pal Orthondu.
Oh no. Oh, he makes. Oh no, he doesn't make it.
12.
Woo! You're gonna take 30. Oh my God, 30 points of magical piercing damage.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, I hope rolled really high. And then you hear Orton go, oh, and he falls over.
Guys, we might be in trouble. I'm no longer at full hit points.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
So the spell area is difficult terrain, and it is lightly obscured. You can still see through it okay, but it is difficult terrain, the 20-foot radius.
Got it.
That is Nindra's turn. Actually, they're going to move right up there. With their bonus action, they're going to cast Poison Spray, and you make a Constitution saving throw, Justice. Okay, 16. That's what I thought. Fuck.
20, 15 plus 5.
You make it.
The darker, more powerful Selena, y'all.
Does it do half on a?
No, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
good.
thank the gods.
It is, and certainly that is what that is. All right, we're getting there. Brother Thomas, his turn. I'm going to take a look here. Thank you all for who's sticking around, Frost and Elros and everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, y'all, there's some damage being dealt out. They have to maintain concentration on the banishment. The banishment, if that drops, that's going to be really bad. Yeah, they're going to use their action to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
All very grateful.
What's the range on that?
6. They're going to choose to reroll that. Well, that was an 8. 15, 20, 60-foot radius. So let me.
I'm not hurt anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's okay. I'll just double check. They can get you. It's 120 foot diameter. They can get you. 15, 20, it's 60-foot radius. Every ally heals 25 hit points. They're all hot.
25.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's so good.
I've been tracking Thomas's hit points incorrectly because I've been doing it on Roll20, not D&D Beyond, but he's back at full, folks. He wasn't that injured. That is his action. Spell driver rules. With his bonus action, is there anyone else who's still? Hold on, let me just look at the overlay. Achilles, okay, but he doesn't like that your health is red. You're gonna heal 9 more.
I do?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you.
First level, 5th level.
Ooh.
Ooh, these spell slots. So yeah, he slams out 2 waves of healing. And he is going to duck behind the altar as well. He's kind of already there. Yeah. So, Merlin.
Hi, who was the bastard that threw the fireball and hurt my husband?
The Horn Devil, the Corn Goon or whatever.
Yeah, he's fucked. So
Wreck his day.
Get him.
I'm done. I'm like, what? Who do you think you are? We're just gonna go ahead and cast a 4th level banishment on him. Actually,
Charisma save.
so yeah, charisma save, DC 17.
9.
Ah!
What are these
Bye.
saves? What the fuck are these saves? What the fuck? I'm like, oh, plus 7 to charisma saving throws, like with advantage, they'll never fail those banishes. And then pop, 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 pop. So yeah, the Horn Devil goes, oh no, and gets blasted on out.
And my spiritual weapon will start moving 20 feet towards the dragon, which
Yes.
is literally nothing.
That reminds me that I skipped a Dretha last turn, but she's gonna be all right. Okay. That your turn?
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Sovellias, you're facing off Mr. Kribbits, who
I will.
I need to write down my initiatives because this turn tracker leads me to skip a lot of people.
I believe he's invisible, right?
He is, but I
Alright.
skipped his turn last turn. But oh well, that's on me. Go ahead.
Alright, I will just make 2 Booming Blade attacks against him at disadvantage.
Okay.
That is a 14.
Miss. Bounces off his mage armor.
And oh wow, double 18s on the dice, even with disadvantage.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
28.
Yeah. So he's cast that. He's cast that. He's got that.
3 1s on my damage dice. That's
Oh
great.
my god.
Both my d8s are 1s. So 2, 3, 8, plus 5. So 13 points of piercing thunder damage, and he's wrapped in booming energy.
And he maintains his concentration saving throw. He says, "You weren't supposed to be able to find me." Your
I
turn?
like this guy.
That's it. That's my turn.
He's a really cute assassin. He is still invisible, and he is going to be like, "Okay, I'm done with you now." He says, "It's time for." He says, "It's time for you to go," and he's going to cast Cone of Cold. He's invisible, so no one can counterspell him. And I need to make a Constitution saving throw. Double check here. Oh no, because it's 60-foot cone, so it'd end about there. Justice, you're just out of reach.
19.
19, you make it, so you're gonna take half.
This is such a fight.
Really is. Hope you're all having fun. You take 17 points of cold damage, Sovellias.
All right.
And then they are going to use their bonus action to Misty Step the fuck out of there. That does not trigger the boom. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're just there. They're like, oh, okay, well, I can't move, otherwise I'll die. Dretha Jean's turn. I can't believe I skipped these two last time. That's the old switcheroo, the old going from running local to running remote. And then once we get to the top of this initiative round, we'll go ahead and call it for the night. So just bear with us, folks.
Okay.
Dretha Jean's turn. Dretha Jean looks over down at the creature who is just busted on in her house. And she says, we're going to use the dragons. She looks over at her. She's like, we're going to use your master's hoard to pay for these repairs.
Nice.
They're not maintaining concentration any longer. You see the light around Nindra start to form and harden as a spectral hand is conjured above her, and it comes crashing down as they cast the arcane hand spell.
Yes.
I should have that ready. Hand.
Yep.
The space between.
Oh God, it's so good.
It's such a good spell. It's
That's
actually what I was maybe going to get ready to
I love
cast
that
next.
pog. That's a great pog.
Isn't that so good?
It's so good.
I promise she's not secretly a Vecna worshiper.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as Vecna in this world, so that helps.
No, it's probably just Modru. It's fine.
So she's gonna make a spell attack. Oh, that's horribly cocked. Yep. And it slams into the ground next to Nindra. And they hold there. She's gonna move over there and kind of hide behind the corner. Orthon is unconscious. He looks up at you, Justice. He's like, just take this. I'm sorry for what's about to happen. And he hands you a card, and he explodes. He can't control it, unfortunately.
That's not the only. No comment.
I need the hand. Everyone within 30 feet. So Nindra, the hand, and that's Nindra, the hand, and Justice to make dexterity saving throws. I'll make the
Dexterity saving throws, you say?
yeah. Fail.
Natural one.
Yes.
Get fucked.
You take 9 points of fire damage and 9 points of thunder damage.
I'm going to use my reaction to try to capture it with the gloves.
Go ahead and roll the thing.
I use it so infrequently I have to look it up again.
1d10 plus dex plus proficiency.
Okay. 3, 7 plus 4, 11.
You take all the fire and take 9 points of thunder. So you take 9 points of thunder and you absorb the fire. You get 6 charges or whatever it is.
Nice.
Okay. And Adretha Jean would have used her bonus action because she's an action 5, 10, 15, 20. She moves her spiritual weapon slowly over to Nindra. I'll say, since I skipped her, 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll say it's about there because I skipped her. Okay. At the top of the next round, we're going to go ahead and pause everything there in the middle of that fight.
Yes.
Oh my god.
This does not happen often.
God. No, it does not. That was beefy. That was there was a lot. That was a lot there.
This is maybe only the second fight we've ever paused.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one we didn't even pause Dupla.
No, I don't think we did pause Dupla.
Yeah, there was
Oh
another
my
one,
god.
kind of a late start, I think, or I
Yeah,
don't
there
know.
was a different one that we did pause, but I don't remember what it was right off the top of my head.
Oh,
Incredible.
The mechanical dragon fight, I think, in the
Yes,
fireplace.
because we had problems.
Glitched. Yep.
With the magma moving, and it was too much for the screen. Yep.
And then we upgraded the computer.
Oh my gosh.
woo!
Great
Okay.
Insane.
Woo.
Thanks for joining, Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He will
That
be
was so
coming
good.
back next week.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Jeez.
I
Still
mean,
alive so far, so that's a good sign.
ah,
I'm
Y'all
sure.
got
I
hit.
almost died twice.
Y'all got hit with your first meteor swarm.
I mean,
Yeah, not great.
First meteor swarm.
At least
they
we
grow
got
so
to cast
fast.
it first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
There's always room for the invisible guy to come out and start casting disintegrate, on the
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
players.
coming.
Do.
No save.
Stop that.
I'm exhausted. That was so much to run. Holy shit.
I can only imagine. That was incredible.
You should throw
Well,
less enemies at us.
Well, no, it was a little compounded because you never know how these things are gonna go. But the lagoon fight, I just assumed Nindra would die there. She wasn't supposed to show up here. This fight was a lot simpler. But I was like, well, they're gonna throw everything they got. And I was like, that means Nindra. The frog behemoth, I figured, got whipped so badly that it wasn't gonna come along, and it would have been so ridiculous.
That would have just been.
But I was like, Mr. Kribbitz is still contracted. He survived. The Abyssai survived, and Nindra survived. So that was 3 extra enemies for this fight that I did not anticipate when I set it up. And I was like,
Man,
we'll see how it goes.
Well,
we probably I was thinking, and it's fine. We probably should. It was more fun to run, but I'm like, we kind of had him on their ropes in the last fight.
Yeah.
We probably should have stayed.
Mr.
Killed
Kribbitz
him.
doesn't have a ton of health, but Nindra can turn into a young dragon, so that's a whole bunch of health pool right there.
Yeah, I haven't punched her yet because of that.
No, she's doing fine.
I was half between banishing the person who fireballed my husband and wall of fire around Nindra, but I was like,
Nice.
my man's. I gotta
My man.
protect.
My man's.
Spanish
Protect Jim,
Yeah, at all costs.
At all
Yeah.
costs.
especially from justice. Let's be honest. He cooks. Protect him from justice.
Hey, I
Justice
said
has a really bad track record with cooks.
Oh,
what
wow.
did I say? You can't save the realm without framing a few cooks.
Oh my goodness.
I've heard Jimbo talk for more than a minute.
Your fucking actor feet. God, I know.
Appearing to Marilyn in the night. as
You
Jim.
hate to see it.
I've been watching season 3 of Westworld. It's just getting my, Android life form oppressor thing all going.
Your Dolores is showing, yeah.
Oh God, it's so good.
I'm waiting. The next time you're on like really low health or like coming back from life or from death or something, you need to like do the glitch thing.
Oh yeah, just busted.
Shall we say our bid our farewells? Tell folks,
Yeah.
your favorite moment and stuff.
Maybe we go in reverse order this time.
Yep.
Whatever
we
you
can
want to do.
reverse.
Sure, I
We
can
can do
start.
reverse. Yeah.
Let's see. My
If
favorite.
we do reverse order, that actually starts with Liz. Just
Oh, that's
putting
right.
that
I'm
out
sorry.
there.
Sure does.
I'm always first.
Stop.
I mean, I wasn't
Liz.
going to talk over anyone. So my name is Liz. You can find me at No One You Know Backwards here on Twitter, on Instagram. And just always remember our friends at Animal Helper. Favorite part of the fight tonight? I have a least favorite. But it's more my own stupidity than anything else. I should really just memorize what these problems are with these devils and demons. Probably that wall of force that they put up around that like pulpit area at the top of this church that was able to save so many people so quickly. That was really great. That quick thinking of NPCs, you always discount them, but you really shouldn't. They're kind of awesome.
Managing like 9 of them. Still
Yeah.
pulling out the tactics. You're welcome.
Oh my God. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, now it's me. Yes. Hi, my name is Chase. You can find me at Chase314S on Twitter, and you can also find me on our socials where I post dank memes, dank D&D memes every single day, for the most part. Just remember that we have some sweet, sweet merch over on So Nerdware. I'm going to go exclamation point. Does somebody beat me to it? Nope. There we go. Where you can get sweet shirts like the one that Matthew was wearing right this very moment. Yeah, designed by Alexis. Pretty sweet. Also, if you need new dice, follow our link down below for Dice Envy. They have all kinds of sweet dice, including, but not limited to, hold on, this giant D20 that Rob and Liz gave me for Christmas. It's pretty sweet. If you look at the space tracker up there, I'm just going to call it the Space Potato one. If you like the H system, if you like science fiction, I like running science fiction. I'm going to run an all amoeboid / dress light Space Potato one shot whenever that number hits 50. So keep driving it up. I saw somebody subscribe today, so good stuff. That's it for me. Alexis.
Hey. Hello, it's me, apparently the fastest mute in the West. I'm Alexis. You can find me at VoxFanato on Twitters and such. And speaking of the lovely shirt that Matthew is wearing, I designed it on my art stream on, where I do different art endeavors on Mondays and Fridays. So you can catch me there. That's right here. I also co-run Dragon Heisters on Tuesdays. We just had a really, really good episode last night. There were some real intense dream sequences. It was so good. It's you can catch the VOD here. The video will be up on YouTube on Monday. And we'll see what happens next week as Johnny is about to meet somebody very important from his past and possibly his future. That's me. Over to Eli.
It's me.
Yeah, it's you now.
Hi. My name's Eli. You can find me at _reliable1 on Twitter and Instagram. This was such a fun time. Like, I'm so excited about the fact that this is not the last week. I get to come next week again. Yes. Definitely favorite moment was watching Matthew just absorb the character of Jim and seeing Jim react to the sight of the rest of the group and just being like, don't let them see you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, that was pretty great. I don't really have a lot going on with my Twitch and everything right now, but yeah, I'm here for this week and next week. So super.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, follow Reliable on Twitter, folks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Awesome.
I forgot to say my favorite moment, and
Go for
I
it,
think
Gilly.
my favorite moment is when Guy came for Gilly because Gilly is seeing consequences from her impulsive sending spells.
Yeah. The Supreme Pontifex isn't the most patient person in the multiverse.
Sure is not, apparently. So here we are. that was a really good moment. That and the moment that Marilyn was just like, you came for my husband, gone.
So good.
That was so
So
Outta
good.
here.
Fantastic.
Hands.
Get. That's right.
Get.
That's right. Hands.
Get.
So, Rob at Pyromancer804 on Twitter. You can check out our podcasts that are listed down below to catch up on some episodes, and there'll be some new ones coming up there within a couple weeks, hopefully. And my favorite moment of the night was probably when the Colonel got stabbed and just freaked out, and then also when you said like his gunner turns and shoots him, and it's like, oh my god, they're turning on him.
That would have been sweet.
It's just this grapple hook extract maneuver. It was
Zip line.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good. I had the same thought. So good,
See what
Matthew.
sounds.
I'm bleeding. I think I said I'm bleeding my own blood.
Yes.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Oh fuck me. So good. And I of course had to throw in the meme. I've been poisoned by one of my kids.
That's right. That's right. So good.
All right. Okay, folks. I am Matthew Foreman. I am Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I'm a D&D content creator here on Dice Priority. I DM this show every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, and I DM Big Boy Season of Storm King's Thunder campaign, featuring some lovely esports people that you all know and love. Fridays, 9:30 p.m. Central. Might even DM a little something else coming up soon, but you'll just have to wait. You just gotta wait for things to happen. My favorite moment, the role play in the beginning was really good, and that was a nice way to start the show. And it's so funny to have a guest come on. It's like, how do you kind of give them a sense of what's going on without like sending them a 90-page document? It's like, in order to guest star, you have to watch the first 68 episodes.
Correct. Take a written test.
But just give them a feel
Pretty
for what's
much.
going on. So I thought that was captured pretty well, and that was fun. And then for the combat, I just enjoyed that whole thing. That was a lot to manage, but I thought it went very well, and I enjoyed getting to have Brother Thomas and Adretha Jean show off their stuff, and I thought y'all did really great. So we'll just see how this all ends up. We're gonna go ahead and raid someone, folks. Who's actually?
Should we want to play the credits out one more time since they're new and fresh?
Yeah, let's do that, and I'll choose someone to raid, and then I'll send y'all at the end.
Yeah, that gives us the best of both
Perfect.
worlds.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna roll the credits.